Yo, it's your boy Marita Boy. I'm back up in this thing, man. Listen. So today we're going to recap day 14 of the YNW Melly double murder trial. Um, the last 2 days have been interesting for me. Um, it's a lot of information that came out, stuff that I wasn't privy to, and it kind of has made me start thinking um, about this situation from a whole different angle. And I want to talk about it with you guys. Um, we've had the text messages between Sack Chase and Melly come out. Um, I read the messages previously in a video about a month or two ago from that was from Sack Chaser to Melly, but I never got a chance to read the text messages from Melly back to Sack Chaser, and they read them in court, and it kind of changed my perspective a little bit. I'm still, you know, um, definitely he's guilty. In my opinion, I'm still definitely he should be held accountable for his actions, but it let me into his possibly into his state of mind. I don't know if he made these text messages knowing that he was going to do what he was going to do, and he was planting these text messages per se to uh, as evidence in if possibly in the future. I don't know, but they definitely changed my perspective on his state of mind as to the reason why he may have done this. Do I know for a fact? No, but listening to the text messages, it just gave me a different perspective on the whole scenario and to what may have been his feeling as to why he committed these horrendous crimes. Um, so I want to talk about. It. Shout out to Haley. Hey, shout out to Raw Nature. Hey, how y'all doing? How y'all doing? I'm glad y'all in here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna play the Cuff Boys video, and then we're gonna talk about it. I kind of like the Cuff Boys content. Shout out to Cuff Boys. Go subscribe to them. Um, and then I'm gonna break it down as we go, and try to summarize it for my guys, for my subscribers, for you guys, as we go. Of course, he's gonna give his commentary, but I'm gonna give mine as well on top of his. So it's kind of reaction to the Cuff Boys video. Um, so here we go.
Melly and his mom, where he calls her some bad names, and it's definitely not a good look in front of the jury if some of them are moms, especially. Subscribe right now. Let's get right into this video.
We have already interposed our objection with respect to laying an adequate foundation for the introduction of this or any such exchange of text communications. We think to a certain relevancy as to a few of the pages renders all the other pages irrelevant and therefore inadmissible. Exchanges which provide context for that which they want to refer to, which is fine. That would make them relevant for context. But everything else coming in for the jury to just peruse through 120 pages of an exchange between the 9807 number and Jamie King is irrelevant, it's prejudicial, it's inadmissible.
Objecting to messages between Melly and his mother.
From the 9807 number of Ms. King previously, get me a block. After the murder question, I recollection. That's correct.
What about the messages between Melly and his mother about buying guns after the murders?
Which is an entirely different thing. Now it's saying, come and pick me up. In the same way that messages might be included in order to give context, messages have to be excluded, have to not give improper context. This is now saying, representing to the jury that he's asking to be picked up here. We think that's inadmissible. The very next page, his next statement is, get me. And then his next statement is right now, which is demonstrating some necessary urgency for him to be picked up and the fact that he was paid for it to be done, misunderstood by the jury. But we object to any redaction which will give a direct misunderstanding to the jury and misimpression as to the communication that took place.
Allowing a lot of this text messages to show their custody control and ownership of the phone. That's what has always been about. Violating the messages, you can look at the messaging, its context. So we can't show others that who owns the phone.
The judge is basically saying he only cares about showing context to show who owns the phone.
This is something talking about guns that happened after it. You should be here. Sustain the objection, take it out.
Oh, you sided with the defense, sustain the objection, and take out all the guns after the murders.
I'm on the impression that is the dominant evidence that we object to is about to come up in this session.
Why is the motion filed July 9th? We're 2-3 months in the trial already. They filed July 9th.
As opposed to what?
Prior.
If you're a content creator,
let's take a step back. None of this evidence should be admissible. All this should be done before the trial started.
But let me refresh the court's recollection as to the actual sequence. This information and this objection was brought to the court's attention 2 weeks, at which, and I provided the court with case law. I read the relevant matters into the record. The material back, came back and said, this is too much for me to read. This should have been a Daubert motion. This is not a Daubert motion. A Daubert motion is precipitated when the state offers opinion testimony through a reported expert, at which time it triggers a defense if they have an objection. And as a matter of fact, when we first saw this information, and the state, we were sitting down in the state attorney's office and they were playing this stuff on a screen, and I told the state, I'm like, you can't introduce information from data that is on a text or a phone without authenticating.
Judge just said that they should have filed this motion 2 months beforehand, before the trial started. Melly's lawyer said, well, how could we do that when it was just introduced 2 weeks ago?
That they can introduce whatever comes off of a phone from whatever app without any foundation is a burden that they carry. And if they fail to meet it, the evidence is inadmissible. It's not, well, the defense should have told you that this is how you should have done it, which I did. It's around for a while and everybody thinks it's reliable. So what? As I said in my motion, horoscopes have been around for a while. A lot of people think they're reliable. It doesn't make it admissible in order for it to be introduced. The state has failed to do so, and it's inadmissible judgment reject.
Acceptable reliability. That sounds like a Daubert motion to me.
Have you ever been injured in a car accident? Did you think of
type of information that requires any sort of expert opinion. This is not outside the scope of a regular juror's ability to understand. It shows that there was activity when the phone was moving around at 4 a.m. It shows that the phone was moving around at 4:14 by multiple sources on the phone. And dominance, I think like the first case I cited in the case report, the dominance has been used since 1967. This is nothing new or novel. It requires any additional testimony whatsoever.
You basically just shit on what the defense said, saying that this technology's been around for a while. We don't need to prove how reliable it is. The thing is, this shit, like me shaking my phone right now, actually, I'm gonna do it right now, bro. So I just restarted. I have 19 steps right now, right? I lock my phone and just shake it. See what happens. I shook my phone a little bit and it put up 20 steps for me.
In this instance, we're talking about authentication, which is this information reliable? It's not a question of whether or not they know how pedometers work. The question is whether or not a pedometer produces reliable information. And when she comes down from there, it says she's taken 20,000 steps because every time she taps, it reflects that there is a step. Here we're talking about the state coming to say he went left and he moved in this direction 70 steps and then he went 100 steps to that direction and 1,000 in the other direction. The risk of inaccuracy is amplified in that type of system. And so this notion that, oh yeah, but they know what it is. Yeah, but is it accurate?
Going back to reliability and accuracy, and that's a Daubert motion. Authentication is up to the state or whoever the phone is that what they say it is? Cool.
The case that I cited, there was no Daubert motion and it was a lack of authentication at the time of introduction of trial. And I just know the cases that I've cited where this error was made have all been reversed.
First look at Melly today. I don't think we've seen this suit yet. Maybe. Sleepy every day now. Like his eyes just like he just woke up. Big yawn to start the day. Let's go, dude.
Any objection after issue raised?
Same objection.
So
Objected to the messages with his mom, but judge overruled it.
I love stay focused and we need to turn rental in so I can re-rent it at a lower rate and a bigger car.
The message was, yeah, what's up with that? With my phone?
They off track, never put the money in my account. I'm not paying the bill. Okay, I will pay the bill now.
So what these messages show is he said, what's up with my phone number that he's using right there. It shows that it's his phone. They're still on the phone topic.
The message, why are you texting me, Zach? Mama, bro, what is wrong with you? Leave people alone. Yeah, I'm trying to work. You stress me.
I changed my name on 8. I'm done. Be happy. I love you. I love, but I will give you space. Good night.
The message is, why are you turning Riri against me?
I'm not. She love you. I told her you're just upset. You.
So listening to these text messages, this is what I'm saying, right? So he just asked her why is she messaging Sack. So if I had to guess from what I already know, her and Sack definitely were beefing, and they were beefing back and forth through Texas. This is again is what I'm saying. Like you're a grown woman. Like, what are you doing texting your son's friend, beefing with him? Like, you know what I mean? Like, this is like absurd.
She went to take a shower. Stop saying people against you. I hate that.
Why, for context, I've met Melly's mother and his brother. She seemed really cool, but why was she all up in his business? Messaging everyone, whatever.
Tell her unlock me.
Okay, don't make her cry anymore. IDK what you said, but she was crying.
Tell her I wasn't talking to her. She's perfect. She needs to go home with her mom. You just making shit worse with me and her right now. Tell her to call me ASAP.
See what I'm saying? She even in his situation with him and his girlfriend. Let me tell you something that I have experienced, um, and it never worked out well. Never. If you are in a relationship with anybody, right? I don't know how you guys operate, but I'm gonna tell you how it best works. When you are in a relationship with anybody, it is you and that person in a relationship. Do not have outside people in your business. No mothers, no fathers, no brothers, no sisters, this no cousins. This goes for the men and the women. And let me tell you why it's detrimental to your relationship. First of all, it's not none of their business. Second of all, if you go through something, a lot of times people make up, right? But if you go and run and tell your mama or your daddy or your brother or your sister or your cousin or your friends or anybody, when it's going to change the way that they look at the person that you're in a relationship with. And you may end up making up with this person and carrying on with your relationship, but you done sully the relationship between them and your spouse. And they're gonna all most likely they're gonna always be talking shit about them behind their back. They're gonna always look at them different, all type of stuff. And I'm telling you, it just never works. So if you're the type of person that have your mama, your brother, your daddy, your sister, your cousin, your friends in your relationship, I'm telling you, it is very detrimental and toxic to your relationship. Whatever you go through, you're supposed to be an adult enough to handle the situations between you and your spouse, between you and your spouse. You know what I'm saying? I understand people have people that they talk to, but I'm saying, like, I'm just telling you, anytime that I've been in a relationship with a woman and she had her mama involved in it, the relationship never worked. It never worked. It never worked. And a lot of times it was the person it was the other person who was the toxic one. But they'll put it like you the toxic one, and it'll just cause a whole bunch of confusion, a whole bunch of bad situations. Like, it's not supposed to be that. A lot of y'all need to grow up and handle your relationships like adults. Whatever you and your spouse go through, that's y'all business. It's gonna be ups and downs, but y'all handle that privately behind in the comfort of your own home. Do not be putting other people in y'all relationship. You know what I'm saying? That's y'all business. Be grown enough to handle the situation between you and that's your significant other privately. That's what mature people do. That's what adults do. You don't got to be running telling your mama, your sister, your brother, your uncle, your daddy, your cousin, every little thing or bad things that go on inside your household. That is y'all business. As long as it's not violent.
That is what I text his mom. Not one thing I said, Dad, that they your family, not me, but you know I care you, so she better think before running up.
Why do you keep messing with people, bro? What's wrong with you?
What are you talking about? I'm not even on no social media. That little girl talking about what she's going to do to me, I ain't respond or say anything.
Stop texting his mom, bro. Damn.
So it looks like Melly's mom was texting Sack Chaser's mom for some reason, but it seems like she was texting everyone.
I had it.
You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? She really needs to grow up, man. Grow up. Grow up. All this, he said this about me. Oh, this, she said this about me. And try. Listen, man, let me tell y'all something, man. You cannot control what other people say about you. I'm just telling you this. Like all that, don't be talking about me type shit, man. That's childish, man. So what you gonna do? Go kill everybody that say something bad about you? What you gonna do? Go beat up everybody that say something about you? This lady really has a child's mind. Like, and that's why I put this title up. Was his mama to blame? I know she wasn't totally to blame, but I'm just asking this question because after I saw these text messages, I'm saying she seems like she definitely didn't help the situation. You know what I mean? Like, this is what young people, kids, children have parents for. We supposed to guide them. They haven't been here before. So we supposed to be the ones that have the experience in order to guide them, protect them, provide for them, so until they be able to do it for themselves. You see what I'm saying? But if you have a parent or someone who isn't mature mentally and you need them to guide you, like you end up not having any guidance at all. You know what I'm saying? And look what happened here. I'm not saying she's totally to blame, but I'm saying she definitely didn't help the situation. Look at how she carrying on.
The only day I text her, so I showed you what I said. Nothing bad. I didn't even cuss at her.
Apparently, she's saying she hasn't texted her.
His sister starting mess.
There she go lying. See what I'm saying? So she done text this man mama, text her mama. God knows whatever she said. I would like to know what she said to her. But she said, now she's lying. I ain't text her. You see what I'm saying? You see what kind of childish mind this is? It's making it like Melly is the adult in the room in the situation, and she's the child. Oh, I ain't text her. Hey man, why you? He telling her, man, why you text the man, mama, man? Listen, mom, you chilling, you tripping, man. You being like a kid, and she's lying to her child. You know what I'm saying? Like he the parent. Oh, I ain't do that, mom. Oh, I ain't do that, dad. You see what I'm saying? It's like the whole dynamic shift. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna tell you something too. I have been in my mama was on drugs, so I have been in a situation where I had to become the adult. You know what I mean? I had to become the man of the house and stuff like that. It's not a fun situation for a child. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of pressure on a child. You know what I mean? A child only needs to be worried about child shit. You know what I'm saying? A child shouldn't have to worry about adult shit. You robbing a child of his childhood by allowing them to grow up too fast or putting all of this adult situations onto a child. It's irresponsible of you as a parent. It's sad. It's like like it's like really really a bad thing for you to be the parent and then to have your child be the adult and you be the child. Like, come on, man. I mean, this happens. It happens. I mean, but I'm just saying, like, this is what this looks like to me, and that's why I put this in the caption. Is his mama to blame? I know she ain't totally blamed because he got his own mind. He need to be able to make his own decisions. So at the end of the day, he gonna have to face the consequences of his own actions. But I'm just saying, I'm just posing this question: was she to blame as far as like culpable? I don't know. I'm just kicking that out there so we can talk about it.
I don't care. I worked last night and tonight I'm sleeping. You act like you don't have sisters who see the crap she posts.
Leave that shit alone. I'm telling you, you be starting shit, mom. No, I didn't start anything just because you think it's okay for people to call your mom out.
Listen, I do care about any
You
of
see what
this.
I'm saying? He telling her to leave it alone. She talking about you think it's okay for people to call your mom out. Man, you a whole grown ass lady. Like, what the fuck is you talking about, lady? These are children. What are you talking about? Listen, man, I'm telling you, man, none of my son or my daughter's friend have ever said anything sideways to me, came at me sideways. We like none of that shit. It's always been nothing but respect. They respect me as my children's father, you know, and my children pretty much be grown now. My oldest ones, and they respect me as a parent, and they treat me that way when I come around them because I carry myself that way. You feel what I'm saying? Like I enjoy being a parent. No child is going to rob me of being a parent. So I don't have to be my children's friend. I don't even try to be my children's friend. You know, don't get it twisted. They grown now, so we laugh and joke and shit like that. But I'm saying I still make sure I carry myself to where they know I'm your parent. It's like I'm proud of that. You feel what I'm saying? Like I ain't raised no children for them to be my homeboy or my homegirl. Hell no. You know what I'm saying? I got homeboys and homegirls for that. Those are my children. I'm their father. This is the dynamic, and this is what the dynamic gonna be. Now, I'm not saying I boss my children around. No, they grown now. So I just advise them, you know what I'm saying? And they have to make their own decisions. But when they were, children, young adults, teenagers, that's when I was the parent. You feel what I'm saying? Hey, look, you do what the fuck I say. Hey, I don't give a damn what you saying. You do what I say. This is my job, and I'm going to do what God blessed me to be as a parent for you guys. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got to understand the reason why I'm saying no to this and the reason why I'm doing this and doing that. That's for me to understand. You gonna understand it later on. You a kid. You ain't gonna get it right now. You gonna get it later on. You know what I'm saying? But as they got older, hey, I pulled it back. Now I'm just the advisor. Now I just give them advice and I let them know the pros and the cons of the decisions that they finna make. And I let them make them on their own. If it's something that I feel is serious that I don't want them to make that decision, then I put a little bit of more emphasis on my advice. Hey, you shouldn't do this. Now I'm telling you, you shouldn't do this. You shouldn't do this. But at the end of the day, they're grown, and you have to trust they're gonna make the right decision upon the way you raise them. Most likely they will. You know what I'm saying? Most likely children, if you raise them a certain kind of way, they will make the decisions, depending on the way that you raise them. You know what I'm saying? But you just have to trust that they're gonna make them decisions. But this lady right here, man, she is sad, dog.
I have not posted anything about Zach, and he jumped in when his sister started making posts about me. That's crazy.
You started.
How is his sister? How is his sister going on social media talking about punching me in face, my fault?
You started it by texting his mama. It's going to be problems. And not even knowing what you're talking about. You a grown ass lady doing childish shit, ain't no one telling you to text her. She minding.
You see what I'm saying? Even Melly, who was the child in this dynamic, understands that his mom is acting like a child. Can you imagine being a child and realizing that your parent is not going to act like an adult in some situations? It's like you can't trust them. You feel what I'm saying? Like a child's supposed to lean on you for guidance. But if a child got to lean on their own understanding for guidance, boy, that's a bad dynamic. A child will eat ice cream all day if you let them. You feel what I'm saying? A child will, you know what I mean? Like they won't eat no vegetables or none of that shit. They'll just, do all kind of shit. Like y'all seen Peter Pan. That's what they'll do. You are the parent. You supposed to guide them. But can you imagine being a child and not having a parent as a guide in this world that you have never been in, that you experiencing for the first time? Oh my goodness, that got to be like a lost type feeling. I mean, I've been there. I've had to hold the money and pay the rent because my mama was gonna spend it or smoke it up or something like that. There, you know what I mean? And I'm gonna tell you another thing too. Once a child gets that, once that dynamic switches where the child has to become the parent, it never goes back. It never switches back. I'll be honest with you, it never switches back. So even with my mama, when my mama ended up getting off of drugs, once I was grown and stuff like that, I still kind of acted like I was her daddy. Not all the time, but in certain situations. But it was because I was so used to making sure I take care of her instead of the other way around. You get what I'm saying? Don't get it twisted. She took care of me too. Like she was a mama. My mom was a real nice lady. Very, 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 very nice lady. Very nice lady. But still, when it came down to making decisions, mature decisions, she had an addiction. So I couldn't trust that she was gonna make those mature decisions because I'd seen her make poor decisions due to her addiction, and even she knew. So that's why when she used to get her check every month, she would give it to me, and she would tell me, "Hey, make sure that you don't give me this money. Make sure that I don't, even when I come back and I ask you for the money, don't give it to me." This is what she would tell me. You see what I'm saying? So even she knew, you know what I mean, that what she may do, and she would talk to me and make sure that I would promise her not to give her the money. You see what I'm saying? It was a messed up situation, but hey, and I held it down. But it robbed me of just not having to worry about those things. Children shouldn't have to worry about those things. You know what I'm saying?
Her business going to work, you fucking with her.
She could have called me or texted me back, not have you or daughter all on social media talking about fighting me like I cussed at her. I didn't even say one cuss word when I texted her. I said nothing disrespectful, and you know it.
Oh, we've seen these messages before.
I wish you took up for me like that when Aunt cussed me out and tried to.
So if you pay attention, she getting into it with Melly, girlfriend. She getting into it with Sack Chaser. She kind of even getting into it with Melly. He trying to tell her to chill out. You see what I'm saying? Shout out to audio. Hey, Tanel, what's up? Yo. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Kentucky Shannon TV. But you see what's going on here? She's looking like the toxic one. She's getting into it with all these different children. These are children. I could imagine. I could imagine the adults that she got into it with. You get what I'm saying? Like, this is insane, lady. Like, you are a whole grown woman. Like, all you got to do is be like, man, I'm not going to be going back and forth with these children, and carry yourself like an adult. The children will feed off of that. You see what I'm saying? I promise you, if you carry yourself like an adult, them children are going to feed off of that. But if you round with the children, smoking weed, partying, acting like a kid with the kids, they're going to lose respect for you. They're going to lose respect for you. I'm just telling you.
What's all going on, but he's making a live video talking about his mother.
But the difference right now, I believe, is that the jury's in the room. Previously, when we saw these messages, the jury was not in the room.
You telling everybody my business, and you don't even be right. You're the reason they hate me, not me looking like a bad person.
No, I'm not your actions. I take out for you. I have people telling me your son doesn't care about you or love you. I always say you're just finding your way, and I know you love, even though you hurt me and don't see how.
So now she's trying to manipulate her. So now she's trying to play the victim. You see what I'm saying? This lady is very manipulative. And another thing, this is a bad dynamic for a child to grow up in as well. And I'm gonna say this too. You know the crazy part about it? She does not, I promise you, I bet you she does not even understand the level of toxicity and the wrong in the way she's carrying on. In her mind, I raised them, I put food on their table, I put clothes on their back, they healthy, he's talented, he's rapping. I did a good job as a mama. This is in her mind. This is what's in her mind. This is how she feels. I promise you, this is how she feels. Especially now that at this point where he's popping off in the rap game, you can't tell her that she ain't the best mama in the world. But do you see the toxicity, the mind games, the manipulation? You see what I'm saying? She does not see what she's doing or how she's carrying herself as wrong. It's like she a child. It's like she trapped in the sunken place. Like it's like a mental cage. I've seen this a bunch of times, bro. And with this situation, I promise you, I'm not a psychiatrist. I just can only tell you what I done saw and I done been through this type of stuff. I don't know if it's any help for her for this. Like she is never going to believe that any of this stuff that she did was wrong. She ain't gonna never believe that any of the way that she was carrying herself or raising her children was toxic. She ain't gonna never believe it. Like, and this is what I this I want y'all to pay attention to this. This is inside the mind of a toxic mother. I'm telling you, it's a lot of deadbeat daddies out there. You know what I mean? I don't even want to make this into a woman bashing situation. It's a lot of deadbeat daddies. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. I know a lot of them. I don't fuck with them. If you're a deadbeat daddy, I can't vibe with you. Me and my partners, we take care of our kids. We love our kids. That type of stuff. But what goes untalked about a lot of times, because a lot of times the man be done left, he might be done cheated on the lady, he might be a gigolo, he might be, all type of shit, he might be in jail, whatever reason why that dude ain't there. A lot of times the women be left with the children, and they be left with the responsibility of caring for the children day in and day out. So they get a lot of respect from me. They get a lot of props from me. I lost my baby mama, so I understand. It's a lot for them to have them kids every day, taking care of them kids every day. But I just want you to understand that being that they have them every day, and they take care of them every day, it's kind of like, how I'm gonna say, you can't tell them shit being that they do that every day. So you can't tell nobody from the outside gonna be able to come and tell them, hey man, you're doing a good job. But at the same time, this little situation right here, you're kind of being toxic. You're kind of not doing you're kind of hurting the child or causing them a disservice. And a lot of people don't understand that. A lot of people carrying baggage from their past childhood trauma or mental capacity or not being mature. Like this woman, she was a childhood mom. She was a young mom. So she's carrying all that. So I don't want to. I'm trying to say she really don't know no better. That's kind of what I'm saying. She kind of really don't know no better. You know what I'm saying? And not only that, who wants to believe when you're raising your children? It's a tough thing for someone to believe or feel like, or have somebody else tell them you're not doing a good job, or you could be doing a better job. Don't nobody want to hear that shit. Especially, or it's hard for people to accept that shit. Especially when they providing for them. They putting food on their back, they putting clothes, they putting a roof over their head. The children look healthy, they look fine, they going outside and playing, they going to school every day. But it's still things that happen that are hurting the child on a day-to-day basis. Like case in points, even though I know she was married for a while, her promiscuity. You see what I'm saying? Like those are things. It's things that children ain't gonna tell you, but they're gonna deal with it internally. But it negatively affects them. You just gotta know uh, the negative things that you're doing that you shouldn't be doing, but some people don't. Some people don't know. So it's just like it's like a constant cycle. I'm telling you, I done seen this shit. I done seen this shit 1,000 times. I done seen it. I done seen it. I done seen it. And most people do the best they can. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of us could do better. And I'm gonna say us, because it ain't no perfect parents. It's no perfect parents. But a lot of us could do a lot better, but we don't.
I sacrifice for you every day. I argue with people about talking trash about you, even though people say he would not take up for you like that. I always have your back. Every time you call, I am there. That's your friend, fine. He ain't going nowhere. I see, but you are not going to say everything is my fault. I know you hurt and looking for someone to blame, but I love you and I love you. I would die for you, but you don't see that right now. It's okay. I told you, I'm back. I told them to delete whatever they post. It's dead. Okay, everyone went home. I love you. Keep doing great music. I'm proud of you. You're my heartbeat. I cry all the time. I miss you so much, but I know I have to let you grow up.
No need to cry. You think be a millionaire.
Kind of showing that Melly's being nice to his mom, saying he's going to give her a bunch of money pretty much at some point in his life.
You're so talented. We play your music all night. I love you, kid.
Love you too. I see you be chilling. I love that. Keep doing you. Keep doing you.
I mean, a lot of these are clearly like not that important of messages, but they just show that this number was communicating with Jamie King's number, who is Melly's mom, and they're clearly talking like it's Melly and his mom.
How far are you from the club? Answer me. Question mark. People are getting upset. I'm getting calls at work. WTF.
I was getting here done. Missed the show.
You owe like 8K.
No, I don't. The show was only 5K.
Melly was doing shows for 5 to 10K before he went to jail. Like, yeah, that's a good amount of money for a show for like an up and coming rapper. Now, I'd probably get $250,000 a show if I were to guess, dude. Not even joking.
It looks bad for everybody involved. You put everybody before you, and real friends would have said leave, and they would miss the show, not you, because it's your face. I'm disappointed. You act like you don't care anymore about your career. This is your future, not mine. I have a career. You need to start thinking about you and get your priorities together. I can't do it for you because you don't want me to.
Man, you don't know what you're talking about. Just stay out of my career, please. I've been working harder than ever. You don't know. I made one mistake. Well, I wouldn't miss at least one show in a career.
His mom actually kind of right about, you take missing a show seriously, but he's also right that like rappers miss shows. Like it's a common thing. Every rapper is missing.
So when I used to rap, I it's bad to miss a show. I think I missed one show. I missed one show in my whole career. It's a bad thing to miss a show because when you rap, you're actually building a relationship with the promoters, and it happens. You miss shows, but it's kind of like a no to miss a show. Honestly, it's like unprofessional. And I'm telling you, you trying to build a relationship with the promoters. Promoters know each other. You know what I'm saying? So it's just a bad look to miss a show. Does it happen? Yeah, but it's something that you should definitely not do.
show. But yeah, it's definitely not a good look.
This is the second show that DA promoted for you. It looks bad on him. People already talk so much stuff. I get put in it regardless because you're my child now. And I can't take up for you when I don't know. No, I don't know because you act like I did something to you and I never anything but help you. And it looks bad because tracking everybody there. Why you ain't go with that question mark? You don't smoke anymore.
Man, don't worry about my career. I made a mistake. They don't care. But back then it was only $1,000.
It's not the money. They called me professional and that I want you to understand. You want a positive image and people to say how great you did.
You don't know nothing about this music career, so stay out of it. Look, every artist, even Michael Jackson, that missed a show. Y'all leave me alone, trying to make me look irresponsible. If my check would have come in on time, I wouldn't be trying to get right last minute.
If you needed something, Janelle, all you have to do is ask. I'm still your mom. I'm going to always have your back. If you don't understand, you act like you don't people who love you and care about you. I can give you your space, but it's okay. To me, help. You have nothing to prove to me. I'm your mom. I love you regardless.
Honestly, Melly's mom is very communicative on what she tries to say a lot, so I give her props for that because it's kind of hard to get your point across sometimes in text. She has a little bit too much in his business. It's probably annoying for someone who was like 19 or 20.
At 12:34 a.m. I love you, kid. Yeah, is someone threatening you?
All these messages are now after the murders right here about talking about buying guns and shit.
I'm not scared.
Unblock my number, capital letters, right now.
They were literally just saying love you the night before, then he blocked her and something happened, dude.
I'm good, Foo. You got it. I'm just stay to myself. I don't want to hurt you, Foo. Just leave me alone.
I've been trying to be there for you, and you push me away like I'm the problem.
What everyone gotta say. Man, I'm not trying to hear that shit. I do shit for you too.
You always give me the
Now, this is what I'm saying. This is why these text messages are very important as far as me understanding what was going on internally around the time that these situations happen. You got to understand. Well, you don't have to understand, but I'm just saying this. Can you imagine a 19-year-old kid, right? He already had a bunch of shit going on in his life. Stepfather abused him, went to jail for it. His stepfather went to jail for it. He never really had a relationship with his real father because his mama, as far as what the streets are saying, that she didn't want him to have a relationship with him. She said herself she left from Ohio when she was pregnant with Melly. So he didn't have his real father in his life. The stepfather that he had in his life went to jail for abusing him. His mama took his side, the stepfather's side. Melly had to go stay with his grandmama for a while. Can you imagine about all of that? Then your mama really carrying on like she's your sister or more so than your mama. You see what I'm saying? Your friend more than your mama. You know what I'm saying? Like like, and then you pop off in the music. You never really had nothing. Now you got all this responsibility. You got a career to balance. You got your mama beefing with your girlfriend. You got your mama beefing with your bandmate. You got your mama trying to give her input on your career when you did all this with you and your friends without your mama. Now when everything look like it's popping off, she want to have her input going all into this and that there. But in your mind, like, Mom, I got this. I got myself this far. Like, just chill. You feel what I'm saying? But she's your mama. So, us, we love our mamas regardless, man. That's one thing about us. We love our mamas regardless. You know what I'm saying? Most of the time. Most of the time we love our mamas regardless. It's like a lot of times we be mad at them, but we make up with them and shit like that. We love our mamas regardless. So I'm just saying it's a lot going on here. It's a lot going on here for somebody who already been acting out, going to jail, getting in beef, in the streets, all type of shit, man. It's a lot, man. It's a lot.
That's cool.
You got off without me, so just slide, bro. I'm love you from a distance. You gave me the cool short because I couldn't find the blazer.
But cool, you wanted to be better off by yourself anyway.
I looked in 4 different stores for the shit.
Oh, this is over him looking for a blazer, like jacket in a store. There's got to be more to that. He's calling her to lie in front of the jury. That is definitely not a good look.
Like, if you don't understand, I know the next. I'm meant to be alone. I'm a monster. I'm evil. I'm all that.
This ain't a good look. This is not a good look right now. I don't think I've ever texted my mom and called her a bitch. Like, that seems so far-fetched for me to do that.
Let me tell you something. My mama smoked drugs from the time I was like, I was real young. I'm just saying, maybe elementary to, I was an adult. I never once called my mama no bitch. I'm just being real with you, boy. I had a nice mama. I'm telling you, my mama was one of the nicest people you would ever want to meet. Just because she did drugs, I'm telling you, like my mama was nonviolent. I never heard my mama talk bad about nobody. My mama would never started nothing with nobody. Like she was really like very humble, a very humble lady. I'm telling you, I never called my mama a B word, bro. Like I'm just saying, like that's over. That's way across the line. Like that's way across the line. Like that's way across the line. Like that's some shit you can't. Bro, let me tell you something. I might whoop your ass if I hear you calling your mama B. I'm just saying. I'm just being real with you, bro. I'm talking about like if I ever call like one of my homeboys or somebody like, man, let me tell you something. I might whoop your ass, like for real, seriously, bro. Like, like, fuck all the dumb shit. Like, regardless of what your mama do and all of that shit, there, you the child. I would never. I would never. I would never. I would not dare. Now, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna say this. My mama never called me no shit like that either. But I'm saying, even if she would have called me that, I still wouldn't have called her that back. Like, that's way across the line. That's way across the line.
Wild.
You do me wrong too.
I love you, bipolar ass.
Just leave me alone. You don't understand me. Everyone asks for something. Don't even think about my feelings from everybody. Make sure I please you though before everybody. You don't even see that shit.
You're being a baby. Now I'm blocking you. I'm not going to keep going back and forth with you on your mom's phone.
Oh, so that was him talking with Mariah, I believe. I still wonder what's going through this kid's head. He's the only one that knows the truth. Him and Bortland are the only two people on this earth that know truly what happened in that fucking car, dude.
Okay, I need to get Brandon something to wear, and I had to pawn for $400.
They had to pawn something, but they scratched it out. They didn't show us what it was, but it was only $400. He said, "Why would you do that? I got money for you."
Reads to detect that there's movement, so it starts to creates a start timestamp.
Does at that point the device record steps or movement?
Yes, ma'am.
And does it record a distance?
Yes, ma'am.
So wild. If you're going to commit a crime, don't have your phone on you. These are right around the time of the murders right here, these two.
4:20 a.m. and the end time is 10/26, 2018 at 4:48 a.m.
This is the important one because I'm pretty sure they say that they staged a drive-by around 4:02 in the morning. So he did 70 steps around that time period of being in the car. From 3:46 to 4:02 is like the time that they like got shot and the drive-by and everything right here. 10 minutes before Bortland got to the hospital at 4:30, at 4:20, he did 1,300 steps in 28 minutes. That's a lot of steps.
1,397 steps were detected, a total of 947 meters.
He said 947 meters. It was 945. So they started showing messages between Melly and his mom on Facebook or Instagram, I believe, but then suddenly they had to stop to go to lunch.
She got told people know at lunch that she wasn't feeling well, but they told me she's not able to proceed.
Whoa. He just said that Melly's lawyer's ill. Miss Liberty, the female one.
I'm gonna say this, man. I ain't buying this Miss Liberty's ill type shit. I'm not buying it. She looked perfectly fine earlier in the day, sitting beside Melly. You guys are gonna cancel the whole rest of the court for that day and tomorrow, and it's already blacked out on Friday, so we won't be back in court till Monday, just because Raven Liberty felt ill. Like it just seemed like it seemed like she pulled the move to me, man. It just out of the blue, it just seemed like she pulled the move, man. I'm telling you. It just don't, I ain't buying it.
On Monday, damn. So today was cut short because Melly's lawyer fell sick or whatever in the bathroom during lunch. It resumes on Monday next week. I'll be covering that. There's a lot more text messages between Melly and his mother. It's pretty much all that happened today. The pedometer as well. That was also a big thing, showing the footsteps that Melly took. I still think this case is like a 50-50. It all depends on how the jury sees this. Some of them may feel uncomfortable putting a guy in jail for the rest of his life on a good amount of circumstantial evidence. So who knows? It's a coin flip to me. Just subscribe right now.
So, a couple things, right? The text messages are letting us in on the dynamic and the relationship that he had with Miss Jamie King, his mother. I don't like it. Um, it definitely is not a healthy one for a child. She definitely is not carrying herself as a mother. You know what I mean? She is carrying herself as a mother, but she's carrying herself to me, in my opinion, as a toxic mother, a manipulative mother, but not as an adult. You know what I mean? Like you have your child telling you to stop acting like a child. Like how belittling is that? How embarrassing is that? Like, but again, I speculated before I heard these text messages as to she had to be carrying herself a certain kind of way for her to be getting into it with Melly's friend and his girlfriend and younger people who are friends of her son. Um, the only way this happens is if you're carrying yourself not as an adult, you're carrying yourself as a child, as one of their friends, instead of making sure you draw the line and you carry yourself as an adult around these children, around these younger people. And this is, and evidently, I got a feeling she's been carrying herself like this for years. This is why Sack Chaser is so comfortable cussing her out and saying this and saying that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is why Melly's friends, Track, Sack Chaser, whoever, felt comfortable talking to his mama this way. It's because she carries herself this way. You see what I'm saying? Like, it's just sad. It's just sad. Shout out to Audio Man. What y'all got going on? What y'all talking about? I was just running my mouth. Um, let me see. Keon Williams say, y'all remember what I said about them being more like brother and sister, good friends? It's coming out. That's what happened when you and your kid close in age. Kind of, sort of. It's a little bit more than that, though. Okay, because my kid's mom, the one who passed away, she had her first daughter at like 15. She always still carried herself like the mama. You know what I'm saying? Like her, like she always like she didn't carry herself like she was uh her daughter's friend. You know what I'm saying? She carried herself like the mama. So um it's a little different. I think it's her. You know what I'm saying? I think it's her. You know what I'm saying? I've seen young mothers still carry themselves like mamas. You get what I'm saying? So I don't think it's actually her being age, I think it's the mentality. You know what I'm saying?
It definitely is. What's up, Marita boy?
Hey, hey, how you doing?
Nah, I'm good. But yeah, it's her.
Yeah.
It's her. My grandmother was engaged, married, and had her first child by time she was 16. She was never none of her kids' friends until they moved out the house.
And
Never.
that's a good thing. That's a good observation too. My grandma was married at 14, and she married to one man. She was married to a man named Marcus Blackman, and she had my grandma had over 10 children from him. She had two sets of twins, and yeah, my grandma never was her children's friend. You know what I'm talking
Yeah.
about?
Now, she only had four children that survived, but she would have had like shit, eight, I think.
Right.
Um, but no, Grand ain't play that shit. Shit. I wish we would have. I wish they would have. I wish we would have, and I wish we would now if she was still alive. That woman
Mm-hmm.
didn't play that shit
Hmm.
at all. Like I said, she wasn't their friends until they moved out, and even then, it took a little minute.
Right.
It took a little minute before they ever got on a friendly level, you know.
Right.
And it took me to move out of my mama's house for us to become friends.
Right.
I didn't have a teenage mother, but it's just I don't think you should be friends with your children,
No, I don't think
not
so
when
either.
they're growing up.
I don't think so either. I think you can be friends with them once they grown and they out your house and they
Right.
doing responsible adult shit. But other than that, no, I'm with you on that. Hell no. Mm-mm.
Yeah, like
Mm-mm.
nah. I wish I would have tried to be my mama friend. She wasn't having none of that shit.
Hell no.
Mm-mm. No, she was strictly mother, and that was it when I was growing up.
Right.
You know, and I appreciate it for that.
Me
Um,
too.
because I see how a lot of my friends who had mamas who were more of a friend than a parent turned out.
Right.
You know, most of them was pregnant before we graduated high school. Man, do you know I have a friend who is a great grandmother and she is 42 years old?
Damn.
You want to learn? You want to learn some math on that shit real quick?
Yeah, because I'm trying
She
to think.
had her first child when she was 13
Okay.
on my 14th birthday.
Okay.
But she had just turned 13 in December. So she was born in December of 1980. My birthday is in February of 1980. So I'm almost a whole year older than her. But she ended up in the same grade as me. They put her in her right grade versus holding her back a year. So yeah, she had her first one when she was 13. Her granddaughter was born when her daughter was, how old was she when she had that baby? I think her daughter was 15 when she had her first baby. So she was a grandma at 28.
Uh-huh.
And then just last year, she became a great grandma when her granddaughter had her first daughter.
At how old?
Ah, shit. She was a teenager too. How's
Uh-huh.
it? How many years between 28 and 42?
Uh,
However, I don't do math like that.
that's like 15 years.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
But a great grandmother at 14 fucking two. You hear me?
Mm-mm-mm.
Kind of shit is that? No, actually 41 because her birthday hadn't came around yet.
Mm, mm, mm.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna cap though. I I don't like it when people have kids young. But I ain't gonna cap. I'm not the bashing type. Like you know what I'm saying. I'm not the guy who gonna bash the young ladies for having children young. You get what I'm saying? Because the baby already here now. You get what I'm saying? Like you're already pregnant. I
Yeah.
try I try to deter you before you get pregnant. But once you pregnant, shit, fuck it. You know what I'm saying? Fuck it.
Yeah,
You know what I
I
mean?
understand that, but I mean, like, come on now. Like the scenario I just laid out.
Yeah,
You know what you did to fuck your life up.
yeah,
So your daughter does the same thing and
right,
nothing. You're not gonna try to stop your granddaughter from doing it
right,
and try to do better.
right,
Like they say, when you know better, you do better. During
right.
this time, you've kept on having kids. You have a great granddaughter and a daughter that are literally
The same age.
8 months apart.
Damn.
Because you still having kids and your grandchildren are now having kids. What the fuck? Did
Mm.
that make any kind of goddamn logical sense?
Nah,
The apple don't fall far from the trees now.
No, it doesn't.
it
Yeah,
Because
doesn't.
her mother was the same way. Her mama had her when she was 15, and that was her
absolutely.
second child. Okay, second, not first, second. And her grandmother had her mom when she was like 13, 14. So this is definitely a generational curse. But my thing
Yes.
is, when we know better, we should do better and try to break those curses.
Okay, let me say this though, Tanel. So I hear everything you're saying. That's the logical point of it. But some people is stuck in some poverty situations and shit like that, and sometimes they just don't know. No one is talking to them like you talking right now. You get what I'm saying? Like with my son, like if I made a mistake in my life and I see he going through that same thing, I talk to him and I tell him I made the mistake.
Yeah, that's
And
what I do too.
you get what I'm saying? So like some of them people just don't know how to speak to their kids like that, and then how can they, I think in their mind, in their simple small mind, they think, how can I tell my kid not to do something when I did it? No, nigga, you the parent. You teaching them. You have to learn. You got to learn them something.
And
If
that's
that
the
makes sense.
exact
You know what
reason
I'm
why
saying?
you
Yeah.
don't
So
tell why you tell them not to do something because you did it and you already know the damn
I
consequences
don't even.
for it.
I think it's a little different sometimes than that too. Audio. Sometimes I think they don't even know where they fucked up at or can't realize where they fucked up at. So they just kind of carry it on. You get what I'm saying? Like they be
okay,
positive.
Mike. Okay, check this out, Mike. I feel where you coming from, but remember, when you come from that type of shit, okay, I got a cousin and she got 7 kids, and shit like that, and they come from the project, so they didn't mind the kid getting pregnant because they know that's more food stamps and shit coming in the house. You did,
Mm-hmm.
so you
Mm-hmm.
gotta look at it like I was listening to y'all the other day, and I think it was Carell was trying to explain about the street shit and the regular shit. That's really like it is. That's a good point because Some people are like, nigga, fuck that. If she pregnant, cool. That means I got 18 more years of motherfucking 500, 300 and whatever dollars of food stamps in this house.
Mm-hmm.
You get what I'm saying? So like street people think different than people that's not street people. So you just got to look at it like all the way around the board though. Shout out E-Man Films, my boy in the chat and shit. Remember I was telling you about him earlier, Murray?
Yes, shout out
Yeah,
E-Man
shout out
Film.
E-Man, that's my brother.
But yeah, so I'm gonna say this. So I'm gonna say this. I don't want to say nobody names and nothing like that. But I'm gonna tell you six scenarios I done seen. I done seen, and I don't really want to bash the women because dudes do the shit too. I done seen dudes smoke weed with their sons and try to raise them like they friends too, like gangsters and shit too. So
Oh
yeah,
yes.
so I'm not trying to bash the women because these dudes do shit. Some dudes do this shit too. You know what I'm saying? And it's the same effect. But just because we talk about Melly, his mama, I'm gonna tell you what I done seen sometimes. I done seen mothers uh who've had uh bad situations with the baby's fathers, and they ended up getting out of the situation for whatever reason, and they end up having a number of kids, but all of the kids may have different fathers, right? Um, the daughters, right? I've seen when daughters have like get pregnant or have kids, I've seen the mama get in their business with their baby daddies and tell a girl, leave that dude, leave that nigga, whatever, whatever. And the dude might be a pretty decent dude, he just trying to, do better, but it's so much toxicity to where the mama just like involved in like get her input, and of course, people love their mama, so people gonna listen to their mama, especially young girls or whatever, whatever. And after a while, the dude just like fuck it, he gone. You know what I'm saying? He out of there. Now the generational curse has kept going. Now you ain't got your baby daddies, your kids ain't have no daddy, and now your daughters ain't having no, they kids ain't got no daddies. You see what I'm saying? And it's like
Mm-hmm.
they looking at it like the nigga ain't shit, this and that, there, whatever, whatever. But really it's the toxicity in the whole scenario. The nigga just can't deal with the shit, so he just like fuck it. You know what I'm saying? I'm out of here. You know what I'm saying? I've seen this. Like I know a dude like this. He's a good dude, but it was, you know what I mean? It was just so much toxicity in the situation that he was just like, man, I'm finna move on. So now your child don't have his father. You didn't have your father. You get what I'm saying? It's like a generational curse type deal, and they ain't looking at it. They ain't looking at it like they looking at it like on a micro scale. Like they ain't looking at it macro. They ain't looking at it like, man, we kind of need to like do better so these kids can have a father in their life. They looking at it like, oh man, we caught that texting a bitch. We gotta go. You get what I'm saying? Like,
Well,
it,
it's normal to them. That's all. That's the
That's
that's
it.
the norm.
That's
It's
it.
just
It
normal.
is. Like
That's
I
just
said,
like my
but
friend's situation. That shit is normal to her family. When I hooked back up, because like I said, I've known this girl since we were like maybe 11, maybe younger than that. But we hooked back up and actually saw each other face to face again for the first time since graduation, high school graduation, which we had to wait for her to go across stage first because she was pregnant with baby number 3 and in labor. But I digress. Um, I hadn't seen her since then until maybe I was about 35. And she was on baby number 6. Now, get this, all of them with the same man. And she did marry this man. So I can't knock her for that. But when we were talking about it and she was, catching up, and so how many kids you have? None. What do you mean no children? I said, well, circumstances be as they may. That just wasn't God's plan for me. But I mean, none by nobody. You ain't never. I was like, no, everybody ain't a baby factory, Danielle. Damn, it's okay. Quit tripping. But I don't know no women in my family who ain't by our age, girl. We be having 5, 6 kids. I said, I see, but they think that shit is normal. Her whole family think it's normal, and I'm just like, no, being a baby factory is not normal. That's not. But she did at least break one curse. She did get married to her child's father, and all of her children have the same father. I'll give her that much credit. And I think she might be the first one in the family outside of shit slavery to actually do that.
well, I know women in my family like I'm not gonna say who in my family that doesn't have kids, but she's went through a situation, so you never know what's going on with an individual. So That's why I never judge nobody. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, we ain't judging them. We ain't
yeah,
judging.
you
No,
know,
I mean, no, I couldn't have children. I tried. I ended up having two pregnancies, one with twins, one with a single, but all three girls. I couldn't carry them all the way. I had really bad endometriosis, and then I had to have a hysterectomy when I was 26. So
yeah.
it just
So
wasn't in the
so
cards for me.
but that's like not for the public. You get what I'm saying? So you're not gonna go around when everybody says, "Where's your kid?" and explain your whole situation.
Oh
You
hell
get
no,
what
that's for special
exactly.
people only.
So you get what I'm saying? So like the masses are just gonna look at you like, oh, why you don't da, 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 and they're gonna judge you on this way, but they don't understand what you probably have gone through or went through. I only know that because of the person in my family. You get what I'm saying? Because
Hmm.
I probably would have judged too. I'm just saying probably, but knowing things that happen because you got to know a woman. I'm not a woman, so when I sat down and I talked to her and she told me things that was going on, and I was like, oh shit, it made me just feel fucked up inside to even think that like think it made my whole thinking process be totally different as I grew as a man. You get what I'm saying? So I don't look at none of that like that because you never know what a person is going through. Like I said, like that shit, it's a different aspect of life that
Yeah,
people don't normally want to tell the regular individual. If you're not close to me or my mama or my, then you're not gonna be privy to this information.
yeah. If I hadn't established a relationship with y'all that I have, there ain't no way in hell I would have just said that. Because it ain't everybody business.
Exactly.
But hopefully
Exactly.
somebody else will hear that and be encouraged and just know that it's okay to be a woman and not have children. It's not the end all be all of life. Trust me. At
Absolutely not.
43, I'm glad I ain't got no damn kids. I ain't bothered.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Absolutely not. So I'm glad you have a good outlook on it. You know what I'm saying? And it's good because some people don't, and some people go to
Oh,
depression and stuff like
this
that.
shit, it took me years to get here. I went through the depression. I
Okay.
went through the, oh, woe is me. I went through the, oh, I can't believe these bitches having babies,
Yeah.
all them
Yeah.
being horrible mothers and women killing their children still gets to me. Because
Yeah.
it's just like, God, I don't understand it. Why would you allow this woman to have all these children and she end up treating them so bad, killing them, this, that, and the other? All I wanted was one. I never asked for more
But you
than
had to
anything
grow
than
to
that.
that point, though, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
but it took years to get there. Like,
Absolutely.
I think it took until I was about 37, 38 for me to finally accept, like, okay, this is what it is.
Yeah.
And since you don't want to adopt, you're just not going to have children.
Because
And
my
that's okay.
the person in my family that I'm speaking of, I'm not gonna say their name, but when they wouldn't come to family functions and shit. And we used to be like, why you not coming? But we can go over there to her house and it'd be all good. But she wouldn't do that. And then later on, as she got older, she explained it was like because of the kids, y'all got kids and y'all this and that. And that shit hurt me. You get what I'm saying? Like it made me
Yeah.
look at shit totally different. Cause hold on,
God
sorry
damn, they
about that.
drag racing down your street.
You know, I'm in the hood. You know how I go. So uh, that made me look at life totally different. You know what I'm saying? Just having that conversation, and I think it grew me at that point in time as a man. You know what I'm saying? Just understanding, because you never gonna understand a woman. You try to, but they have different emotions that we may not understand, and I learned that by being married for so long. You know what I'm saying? But that situation, it kind of fucked me up, and but it grew me a lot to understand other people and not judge as much as I judge because I mean shit, I was just human. I was like, well, why you don't? But I don't even think that way no more. My brain is not functioning to think that way because I end up having a family member that went through that same situation.
Yeah, it is what it is. And like I said, I've gotten older and I appreciate the fact not having kids, especially being a middle-aged parent. Shit. I saw my mama do it and I saw how tiring that shit was. So I would never adoption, all that shit. Unless one of my family members that I'm extremely close to passes away and has a child. That would be the only way I'd take a kid in at this point. My nephew worries me the hell out and I can send him back on to his mama. Ain't no way in hell. I'm good. I don't have no responsibility to nobody else. I've just realized I'm in a very selfish stage of my life, which I've never been before. Um, and I'm okay with that. I think everybody needs to have their own little selfish phase. Hell, it feels good to be selfish sometimes. And I don't want to be bothered. So I can't imagine being mentally where I am now and having a child to worry about because you can't be selfish when you have kids. So it's best for everybody all around.
I
Me,
guess.
me, I love being a parent. My kids never got on my nerves. Maybe when they got like teenagers, they fuck with me a little bit, but I just like I love being a parent. Um, of course, I
Nigga,
got.
that's cap. That's cap.
I
You
promise you.
say your kids ain't never got on your nerves, nigga.
No, no. Look,
Nigga,
I
my little
promise you.
boy, nigga, I want to kill this nigga several times. Fuck you talking about? I'm talking about. I think I put my arm around his neck allegedly a couple times because of this nigga got on my fucking nerves. I'm just
Not
saying.
me. I'm telling you, bro. Not me. Like bro. I wish one day I'm gonna introduce you to my kids, bro. I got some cool kids. Now this last one, I don't know. He 10 months. I ain't seen him in 5 because
Yeah.
his mama we ain't vibing. But the first two, man, shit. Me and my son real close. Like we like the same things, stuff like that. But I'm saying like they didn't start like doing the get like rubbing me the wrong way until they became teenagers and shit like that. There, you know what I mean? Like, and it's because they had their own little lives and shit like that. But I'm saying like growing up, like I enjoyed doing all that. I was at all the football practices, all the daddy daughter dances and shit like that. I like when I look at my kids, I like to watch them. I like to see their little personalities and the shit they do. I like that shit. I don't get mad at my kids for doing kid shit. You see what I'm saying? Of course, I'm there. Hey, don't do this, don't do that. I'm doing all that, but it's not tiring for me for some reason. I just always enjoyed it. That's why.
Well, that's the difference though, Mike. Between that, it's a little difference between what you're saying. Like you enjoy. I enjoy I enjoy my grandkids too. Like we just went to the beach, all that extra shit, all that, right? But it was sometimes my son did some fucking dumb ass shit that I just didn't understand, and he had me on fire, nigga. I'm talking about like ready to. I was ready to do some shit to this little nigga. I told the nigga meet me in the backyard one time. He said, "For what, Dad?" I said, we got to do this because I couldn't understand what he had got himself into, is what I'm saying, or what he had done. You know what I'm saying, or what he had brought to my house, or his friend did at my house. So it's just lessons, man. You like, man, no, nigga. Like, my son did some fucked up shit,
I mean,
but
mine got a
I
little.
love, I love that nigga. But he did.
My son got it.
Let's be clear about it, dog. That nigga
My
was
son got in a
abused.
little. My son got in a little trouble too, but for some reason, okay. Let me tell you what happened to him. Let me tell you what happened to him. Right. He a moderator on this channel. It's over with now. So he was messing around with this little girl, and I didn't even know the boy was sexually active because when I found out he was sexually active, I told him. I said, "Well, why you ain't come?" Because he lived with his mama. But I said, "Why you ain't come tell me? Like, because I would have told you about these things, right?" So he one of them. My son, one of them. He ain't. He like to do. He like to go through his stuff privately. He like to go through his stuff on his own. He's very he can do it his own. You know what I'm saying? So he ended up messing around with this little girl down the street, and the little girl was like really crazy about it. But he actually had a girlfriend at the time, and I told him, I said, son, if you would have came and told me, I would have told you don't cheat on your girlfriend. Like I never tell my son to be a player, no shit like that. Like I would I say, son, I would have told you. I say, because when you cheat, you always get caught. We always get caught. I'm telling you. I say, do you love that little girl? He said, yeah, dad, I love her. I say, well, then you shouldn't have cheated on her. You shouldn't cheat on her. I say, now you see what's gonna happen. So make a long story short, the other little girl went to like saying she's gonna tell his girlfriend, and she was doing all kind of stuff. So she ended up he ended up telling he don't want to talk to her. So she ended up telling some boys that my son hit her, right? Just lying because she want to like get even with him now because he told her he don't want to mess with her. He got a girlfriend, he love his girlfriend. But he had to mess with the little girl. You know what I'm saying? And the girl got all her feelings and stuff. So some boys came to my baby mama house with some guns, like for real. You know what I'm saying? Let me tell you what this boy do, right? Instead of him staying home from school, he go to school the next day. And I told my baby mama, she dead now, but I told her, I say, listen, why did you let him go to school? Like, I wouldn't even let him go to school that day. She let him go to school after the little boys came to her house with some guns, right? My son take 2 butcher knives to school. Get caught with the knives in school. He got caught with the 2 knives. I told him, I say, son, well, what was you finna do with the knives? These boys got guns. What was you finna do with the knives? Like, you crazy. Like, it's no way I would have did that. I would have stayed home. He got caught with it in school, ended up getting kicked out of he ended up getting kicked out of that school, right? They charged him, right? But we know this, we know we had a family lawyer, you pretty high powered or whatever. So he ended up getting the charges dropped, but my baby mama never told him. She never told him even to the day she died. He thought that he still had to go to court and do all of this and was going to, have to face it or whatever. And she told me, she said, I got the charges dropped on him. I said, for real? She said, yeah, but don't tell him. I said, why not to tell him? She said, because I want to keep pressure on him so he'll know he got to do right. So that situation that made me mad or whatever. But, it ended up working its way out. He ended up transferring to another school, ended up winning the Florida State championship at his new school. So it's kind of like if he didn't get kicked out, it's crazy. But if he didn't get kicked out of other school, he wouldn't even want a state championship playing football. But I say all that to say this: he done did little shit like that done made me mad. But I mean, I don't be, you know what I'm saying? Like that's about it. Shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
I say you lucky, bro. Like you
Yeah,
fortunate. Yeah, that's all I can say. You
because
fortunate.
I mean, I'm not even a parent, and I know just helping raise my sister. Because hell, we 18 years apart. I'm old enough to be her mama, and I treated her like she was my daughter a lot of times. Because hell, mama was working, we had to. It was me and her. We was thugging this shit out, and my sister was bad as fuck. You hear me? When I say she was bad as fuck, no, Marita, she was bad as fuck. That little girl, we didn't know how bad she really was because she was going to the daycare up at our church, which my uncle and auntie ran the daycare. So they wasn't telling my mama all the shit that she was doing. They just handled it up there. That's family, Shit. When she got to her first day of school, I had to go pick her up in public school, second grade, simply because she didn't want to put her school supplies in the goddamn bin in the desk. When I tell you they knew our asses at that damn school, elementary, middle school. By the time she got to high school, she started calming down a little bit. She was doing more shit at home versus doing shit at school. That's when it became I had to be her mama when the damn police called the house every other damn week because she didn't got caught up in some shit and I gotta go get her out of that shit. Oh, when I tell you, I love her now, but if I could have kicked her ass and my poor mama,
Hey, Tanel, what age was she when the police was getting called?
between like 14 and 19.
Okay, because the only reason I asked you that because the other nigga we don't talk about no more. The nigga that did what he did with his kid. He had the nerve to say, "Oh no, I'm sorry." Somebody came in the chat and was like, "How you gonna be on probation at 12?" Nigga, I was on
Oh,
probation at 12.
easy. Easy.
I just wanted to debunk that real quick. Like nigga, it's some young niggas out here that'll do something stupid, steal from the store, whatever. And
Yeah.
you end up getting put on probation as a young person. It
Yeah.
happens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But no, she had been having it. And that's far as my interaction with the police, where it was because she was out doing some shit and they didn't got caught or whatever. But no, my mama was in contact with the police before that with her ass.
I got a feeling this little boy I got, this last one gonna be pretty bad though.
Oh yeah, he gonna fuck you up, I promise you.
I got a feeling because I'm telling you, I got lucky with the first two. I'm telling you. So I got a feeling this little last one, yeah, he gonna be hell. I got a feeling.
And that's exactly what my mama said. She said, I had it too easy with you. This one gonna fuck me up. I was like, yeah, watch and see. And this is when she's pregnant. We were saying this shit. She was like, I ain't trying to speak it into existence, but I just got this feeling. It's this feeling in my gut. And shit, was she ever right?
Correll, my brother, what it do, boy?
Corral
What's
that snuck
down?
up here and ain't
What's
saying shit.
poppin',
What's
Jerry
up?
Bow now? I was letting
You
y'all do y'all thing.
hit that link, huh?
Correll, you got kids?
No,
Oh, okay. You about ready now, though, ain't
facts,
it?
facts.
Yeah.
Somebody gonna be a victim. Yeah,
Oh Lord.
it's getting to that time. Nigga need an F.
Yeah. I'm
Hey,
gonna
so
always say
look,
this, man.
look.
I already have a daughter. Like y'all playing, I already have a daughter. Like all that. Like if you ain't like, long as you ain't worrying about what she doing with her body and stuff, man. Like daughter's good, man. They loyal. And when you get old, they'll be the ones you can stay with. Not your son. He
Yeah,
gonna
I
put your ass in the goddamn old fool home. That nigga. The daughter, she'll argue with her nigga to let her daddy stay with her. You
I
hear
ain't
me?
gonna,
So
I
let's
ain't gonna
keep it
cap.
real.
I ain't gonna cap, man. Me and my daughter, like man, my daughter be on my ass. My daughter, like me and my daughter, we don't get into it because we know, like, okay, put it this way, I have got into it with my daughter way more times than I have got into it with my son. My son, if me and him get into it, he gonna call me the next day, and either he gonna apologize, or either I'm gonna call him and I'm gonna apologize. Like me
That's
and my
exactly
son,
how me and my boy is,
yeah,
nigga.
me and my boy, we
It's,
real
it's,
close. My
it's either
daughter,
tomorrow, nigga. He gonna call me. My bad, dad. I didn't
yeah,
mean, or I'm gonna call him, like, because
yeah,
you gotta analyze it in your mind after the conversation, right? So when you listening to it in your mind, you like, damn, I should have said that. I went
yeah.
too hard. You know how it go.
But
But
my
Mm-hmm.
that would make you call him. But normally my boy called me and tell me he's sorry.
Me
That's
too.
that's cat.
I
That's
call
all.
I do it either way. I call him or sometimes he'll call me. But my daughter, if I piss her off, oh my God, she might don't talk to me for about 2, 3 weeks. But I listen, I have to call her. I have to be like, hey man, you still man. You know what I'm saying? Like for real, my daughter a Virgo, my daughter, she don't give no fucks. And she
Sound
is
like my wife, nigga. I pissed my wife off, nigga. I might got 3 days on the couch type
I'm
shit.
telling you, and my,
Oh,
and my daughter
with the
independent.
little
Like,
blanket. I got the little blanket out there.
With the
listen,
little
I'm out there
blanket.
cold in the bitch.
listen, and my daughter,
I can't get
is
the big
independent.
blanket.
She
We got
always
the
been
little
like
blanket
that.
for
She
nigga.
always been real smart.
Nigga
She
on the
always
sofa
been
with a baby by blanket.
Baby bottle blanket, nigga. I'm sitting there with the grandkids blanket on me
now I'm
type
gonna say
shit.
this: out of all
We
my
gonna make sure
kids, my daughter,
it's worse.
I knew off top that if something would have happened to me when I was young, when she was young, I knew already that she was gonna be all right. Like she always was like mature. She always carried herself with like respect. She was never like the little hot little girl. She always was the smart kid in class. She always dressed real nice, took care of herself. Like right now, she off on her own. At 18, she went to FAMU. She in FAMU right now. She got we her mama bought her a car when she graduated. When we had the little graduation party, her mama came through with a brand new Chevy Cruze. I gave her $5,000 cash, nigga, cash with the rubber with the band around that motherfucker. I gave it to her cash. She went on to Tallahassee. She live in Tallahassee now. She drive back and forth. Man, my daughter be everywhere. My daughter, I'm talking about. I say, is you doing fraud? What the fuck is your guy going on?
Nigga said I gave it to
I'm telling you,
the
listen,
straight blue faces
bro,
at the bank type shit.
my daughter stay keeping her. She studying criminal justice. She stayed with her hair done. She stayed with her eyebrows done. She stayed looking good. She looked like one of them damn uh rich people. You
I'm
know
gonna
what I'm
keep it
saying?
right here. Like, yeah, girls winning right now, boy.
Hell
Like
yeah,
when they
nigga.
come to like getting that bread and like
Yeah,
for
nigga.
real, the girls winning. They doing something. You
Yeah, nigga.
there?
Like the girls is winning, bro. Like my boy, he all right, but he's still trying to figure it out though.
That's like my boy. He
You
trying
know
to
what
figure
I'm
it
saying?
out.
He
It's a
23. He
maturity
trying to
level.
figure. Yeah, it's like it's a little different. But he a good solid nigga, loyal as a motherfucker. If he love you, he love you. He just like me, nigga. You fuck me over, then it's over.
That's how my
Mhm.
son is. That's how my son is.
But nigga, if we rocking out, nigga, I'm gonna make sure I'm gonna tap in. I'm gonna hit you, nigga. You good? You might be like, damn, why this nigga hit me? But I think we good. That's how I feel in my mind. So
Mhm.
like that's how my son is, but he's just trying to figure it out, dog. Like he got 2 kids, you know what I'm saying? Him and his baby mama, they good. You know, she's a good woman, you know what I'm saying? So like we just support them to the fullest, you know what I'm saying? And that's all a parent could do. But fuck all that. Y'all gotta catch me up on today because, nigga was at work, so I didn't really catch up on like what happened today. It was any like key points.
Key points in the trial.
And I also
I
heard that
wouldn't really say none.
not to cut you off, Tanel, but I'm sorry for that. But I also heard that the court got cut or some shit like that. I'm not sure
Oh
what happened.
yeah, yeah.
Okay,
But
can y'all catch me up a little bit?
so the detective got on the stand. They was going through more fucking text messages trying to establish this fucking Melly phone, which we all know. And if anybody say that's not Melly's phone by now, you are just goddamn delusional and you need to be medicated as much as he is sitting over there with his lip hanging down to the damn table.
Right.
So that shit was just a bit much. I think they're trying to hammer it home to the jury, but at the same time, you could have spent way less time on that shit. Then they got started on the tracking his footprints or footsteps, how many steps he was taking, how far he was from the car with the phone, all of that shit. that
Wait,
part of it.
track the manager or
No, no, no.
tracking his footsteps.
As far as the T-Mobile data information
Okay,
about
okay,
So
where
okay,
he
you
was
know
after the shooting took place.
okay,
Remember,
gotcha.
they were saying he was, took so many footsteps or so many steps around after the shooting and all of this shit or around the same time, estimated time of the shooting or whatever. They
Uh-huh.
got into that part of it.
Okay.
And then that's when they basically broke for the day. The lawyer, now look, I think she looked fine the whole goddamn trial that morning. She didn't look sick to me.
Oh,
They went,
she actually was there.
yeah, yeah. They, I
Oh,
think what it,
remember I ain't seen this, so I'm trying to
right.
figure it out.
Yeah, she was there. Did Marita, was it a sidebar or were they just arguing a point or something? And then that led into what, lunch, right? Or did they ever come back from lunch?
I,
No,
I
they
don't think,
ain't never come back from lunch.
yeah, I don't think she ever came back. I think they said she fell ill, and they for some reason they
Yeah.
canceled court tomorrow.
So, and yeah, they sure did. So they canceled court tomorrow. They don't do court on Fridays anyway. And so we're not going back until Monday.
Okay, so do y'all think that was a plot?
I do.
I
Okay.
do too. It
Yeah.
just
I
seemed
do.
real fishy.
Because they see how this phone information is kicking their ass. And no matter what they doing as far as objections and all of this other shit, yeah, they win some of them, but the judge is really letting a lot of this shit in because it's basically like you can't disprove that this is not his phone. We don't
No,
give a shit that
that's
it's the
clear as
exact
day.
Chaser Howard
Yeah,
the thing.
that's
It's his
clear as
phone.
day. Yeah, that's
It's
clear
his
as day.
phone.
So y'all
So
think? Okay, go ahead.
no, go ahead.
So y'all think that when they come back Monday, they gonna flame Detective Moretti. They gonna go do their homework. Anything that they can discredit this man on Monday morning is up in his stuff. Is
Oh
that what
yeah.
y'all feeling?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I know. I definitely think that. I think they
Yeah.
took this as an opportunity to get some extra time to strategize and really go through these phone records and these text
Yeah.
messages with a fine tooth comb and all of this other shit that have already been submitted into evidence because they want to try to disprove as much as they can and raise, reasonable doubt. But do I think it's going to work? Absolutely not.
Why you don't think it's gonna work?
Because of the simple fact it's there in black and white, man. Like how
But do you think that is being drawn out to where the because I ain't gonna lie, sometimes when I'm watching the case, right, I be like, this shit make me feel kind of. I be like, damn, all right, you said that, right? Do you think the jury? Because I will be a jury person. I'll be a motherfucker that's just on the outside looking in. They pick me, whatever, and I go in there. I probably would be falling asleep thinking, man, all right, we heard this. Do you think it's going over their head?
I don't think it's going over their head. I think it's just it's unnecessary information at this point. Like a lot of them text messages they read, they didn't have to because it didn't really, it wasn't beneficial to the prosecution, put it that way. It wasn't beneficial at all to read a text message about I'm trying to give an example, but it was a lot of shit that was just unnecessary. Like get to the point when you're
Basically, look,
presenting the
that's
messages.
how I feel about that shit. Basically, dog, they got all the information they need, dog. It's just the way they present that shit.
There we go. That's what
They
I'm
ain't
getting.
presenting it right, like, and
There we
like the
go.
only way they fuck up this case, cause how y'all saying it, they own they keep throwing these text messages. They just present it wrong. They putting it, they got balls, but they delivering the shit. They delivery, yeah, they shitty.
They a whack rapper. They ain't getting that shit off like
No,
they
they
supposed to.
got balls, but they don't know how to deliver that shit.
That's what I'm saying, nigga. You can have
You
bars,
can
but if you
have
don't know
bars,
how
but
to
if your
deliver it,
delivery
then
is
we not
fucked
gonna
up,
listen to it though,
yeah,
cuz.
exactly.
Right,
But
your
that's just
That's
delivery,
what I'm saying.
right? It ain't flowing on it. You all like you all
It ain't
beat like
rocking out, nigga.
Blueface. You feel what I'm saying?
right, right.
Yeah, there we go.
But
There
that's
we
the
go.
analogy, like
There we
I've
go.
been saying the
Yeah.
whole time about painting the picture, and the picture has not been very clear that she's been painting. Let's just, even for me, how the order that she presented her witnesses, it's been real scattered. Like she's coming back to try to start connecting all of these random ass dots that she's
But maybe
placed
it's too
out
late.
for people, but I don't think it's going to connect very well. The jury isn't going to be able to take this and give us an OJ verdict in like 3 hours. You know what I mean? They're going to
Exactly.
have to sift through this shit because it's just so much information given in such a scattered way. Like,
Exactly.
unless they just tired like OJ trial and be like, fuck it, he guilty, everybody vote. I and let's eat lunch and go on back get his verdict. Unless they do some shit like that, it's gonna take these folks a long time once the jury gets
All
this
right.
damn case,
Right.
because they got a lot of shit to sift through. That and a
So,
lot of it is unnecessary.
and I agree with you too, Tanel. Like, unless and also this guy's facing the death penalty. Being how poor of a job the prosecution has done as far as like painting the whole picture that he did this. Uh, I think definitely they're gonna be deliberating for a while because they know this man life hang in the balance. You get what I'm saying?
Exactly.
And
And
let
I
me say this.
The
and I
most shit they gotta think
Let's
about,
say, go
Corey,
ahead.
that's a, yeah,
So
they
let's say,
can,
let
you
me say
know,
this. So
they,
if I'm sitting on the jury, right? Like if I'm a civilian, I'm sitting on the jury. I got picked. What the first thing in my mind is you've never explained to me how this young kid shot them. You had the nigga with the gun come up and he said that this and that. Then you had the trajectory nigga to say that it had to be the nigga in the back. But it seems to me that the prosecution is not explaining that. But what my question is, do you all think that that's going to be in closing arguments when the lawyer gets up there and they start to talk to the jury? Now, the reason why he did this was because of this. Da, 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 da. That's not really what's going on. We just what is it, preliminaries. You know what I'm saying?
preliminary, yeah.
Yeah. So we just in that. So when the closing statement come, I believe that's when the nigga gonna really, when she gonna really get out there and say, the reason why we showed you this is because this. The reason why he was over here and he sent the location. How could you do this and this? And then glass testimony is gonna come into play by the clothes and by they didn't see him at the house the next day. I
And the
believe that.
fact that he never got in the car with them. I think that's the most valuable piece of information that Trayvon Glass offered. He
Yeah,
was not in the car with them when they arrived back at Melly's house.
but the jury is not privy to an individual, the AD nigga, saying that they pulled over and they got he jumped in the car. They
Doesn't
because he's
matter. As
not
long
there.
as it's been proven that he never got out of that car, that means he was still in the Jeep, if you see what I'm
Gotcha.
Yeah,
saying.
yeah,
No, I'm riding with you.
I'm with Tanel on this one because
I'm
what's gonna
riding with you.
happen is, well, I assume what's gonna happen is when the defense uh presents their case, they would have thrown that theory out there, and she just kind of shot that theory down. That he did not get another call. She kind of shot it down before they even come up with it.
Hmm.
But Ann 411 had a good. She just made a good observation. She said it's like she was able to make people think they thought it was behind the game, but slowly she been letting us know what it's really about. So it's so like you get what I'm saying? Like first she was talking about it was some gang shit, but now reading these text messages looking like
right, they ain't got one motive. They got
yeah,
like a few.
yeah,
So she baked
You
the
feel what
cake in the
I'm
beginning.
saying?
She basically baked the cake, and then she came with not only that motive but several motives. And shout out N 401. That's
yeah.
my right there. Shout
And
out.
they ain't
Okay.
sticking to
Well, shout
one.
out
Yeah, you
Ann.
know, they gonna get on about that.
I
You
only
But
say
know.
this, I don't
go
think
ahead.
I don't think they're gonna get him the death penalty, bro. I
They
don't.
can't. Not
Yeah,
how it was charged. They can't.
yeah,
If they did put it this way, he's going to go to appeal and he's going to get a life sentence anyway. So don't even
yeah,
waste your time putting him on death row
yeah,
because of
man.
Ain't
how
enough
she charged him.
evidence for that. It
Yeah,
is.
No, it's because of how she charged him with the death penalty. You know, there's different statutes you can be charged with to get the death penalty, right? So it's the gang aspect, it's the mass shooting or, a mass casualty event, or victims that were, how many victims were murdered, and the heinousness of the crime. She could have charged him for the number of victims and the heinous nature of the crime and gotten a capital punishment, as an
yeah,
option. She
yeah.
didn't do that. She chose to go this gang route, and she's
Yeah,
not really proven that. So
no.
even if I was on the jury, I believe in the death penalty 100%. I would definitely not give it to him, though, because you ain't proved that case.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm with you to that. I'm with y'all. Like, I think I
So
agree.
do that affect the jury? Like that? Do that make them get in? Say he
It
free
sh-
because they don't want to give him the death penalty in their
no, he
mind?
ain't going. No, they would give him life if they feel he's guilty.
Yeah, because the decision is first is he's guilty.
Right.
But
Then
all the jury going to come together on that, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
but
Like,
listen, when he come with the when
uh,
where the 8 to the 12 differentiation comes in is with the death penalty. They
Right.
only it's not for the guilty verdict. is for the death penalty. So you have a guilty verdict, then you have a death penalty verdict. You get what I'm saying? They only need 8 for that.
Yeah.
So yeah, so that's the difference
No, I
between.
asked that shit. The world need it. The world need to hear that. Some people don't know. They need to hear
Yeah.
Yeah,
that.
because a lot
So
of
that's
people
what
have
that is,
seemed
bro.
to be confused about that, as well as the fact
Yeah,
that they
a lot
think
of
that
people are confused about that. Sorry about that, man. Go ahead.
no, you good. But a lot of people also think that this new law was made specifically for Melly when it wasn't. Y'all have to remember, Melly has been fighting this death penalty shit since they charged him. The
Mm-hmm.
prosecution charged him with the death penalty
Yeah, but the
4 years
timing.
ago.
You gotta
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
understand the
but
bloggers. The bloggers will pick up on something in the timing
right.
of it. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I'm
But
saying? You'll
you
be
know,
like,
you need
ah,
to give when you give information, you need to give people the correct information because you got a
Mm-hmm.
lot of people thinking this law was made specifically for him and they trying to
Mm-hmm.
fry Melly because of this and because of his celebrity. No, it's just the timing of his trial. He's the first one to come to a death penalty trial after
Mm-hmm.
no,
this new
no,
law
no.
has been passed. But it
Right,
wasn't
right,
passed
right,
for
right, right,
him.
right, right,
It
right.
was passed because the Parkland shooter did not get the death penalty
Right.
because he didn't
Right.
get enough votes to be
Hey,
put
that's a
on
good.
death row.
That's a good video right there. Yeah,
So
that's a
people
good
need
video.
to know that shit, like
Yeah, because people
stop
don't.
assuming that no, that's not how it goes.
Right.
Remember, death penalty
Yeah,
has been on
that's a good
the
point.
table for Melly since 2019 when he was
But they
arrested
took
and
it
they
off. They
charged
took it
him.
off. They
They
took
took
it
it
off.
off and they put it back on,
Yeah,
but
but they put
in
it
his
back on
original
right when
charge,
they put it back on right after they passed that law. So
was it
as a
after or before?
I'm saying as a blogger's mind, they're gonna we gonna jump on that and say, nigga, damn, that's crazy. You know what I'm saying? So like sometimes you can't listen to the bloggers. You got to do your research, and then you would know about the Parkland shooting, and then you could put that video out to show. No, it's not about that. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I hear you. I'm
Hey,
following.
audio. With what they, I know we all pretty much feel like he guilty, but with the way the state has presented their case, if you were on the jury, would you vote him for death?
Like, first of all, if I'm on the jury, the first thing I'm thinking is I'm trying to still figure out did he shoot him because no one says he shot him.
Right.
The only person that says he shot him is the guy with the trajectory. He never said Melly shot him. He said the nigga that was supposed to be in this back
Seat
seat
in his seat.
in
Yeah.
this area behind the driver is the person that it looks like shot and did the crime, right? Now, what the prosecution has to do, in my opinion, is they have to think hard and come with a great plan to explain that Melly was in the back seat. Now, yes, that's why I say that the trajectory nigga is the most important because he's the nigga that shows the blood splatter coming, everything comes, where that shell casing would pop out and fall in that bag right by Melly, where you know what
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying, where the blood would splatter on Bortman. He's and then if it was not two people in the driver's seat in the back seat behind the driver's seat, then you would see blood splatter on the seats and everything. But somebody
Mm-hmm.
was sitting there, so that means it came onto them on their body.
Mm-hmm.
So I would expect that whenever allegedly Frito did what he did, picked him up. Nigga, this nigga was the bloodiest nigga in the world. Did you see the inside of that vehicle?
Yeah.
When
Oh, this is
you know
another
what I'm saying?
theory. I'm
Go ahead.
sorry to interrupt you. This is
Go ahead.
another conspiracy theory that or rabbit hole. I don't necessarily say conspiracy theory, and I cannot remember who came up with this in the chat the other day, and I really wish I could so I can give this person their credit. But he was saying that he has they said they found Juvie in just basketball shorts and a t-shirt, right? So his theory was because Melly was so bloody, he took Juvie's clothes and put them on because they was the same size, so that he could get rid of those bloody clothes that
That
he
don't make
had
no sense
on.
though, Chanel, because Juvie will
Hey,
be
I'm
filled with
just
yeah, okay.
passing on the
That
information.
no, 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 I'm not please. I'm not
I'm
I'm not
just
coming at
passing
you.
on the
I'm just
information.
saying that can't be, like nigga, what you took the shit off the bloody body and then what did you put on him? You know what I'm saying? So
Like I
I'm
said,
not
he was
saying that
found in a
you
t-shirt and basketball shorts, allegedly. I don't know
who
that. I've never heard that before.
who was
Juvie,
who was
Juvie.
no, no, no. We seen Juvie's clothes in the case. They pulled out the jeans, the shoes. in the jacket. The nigga Melly had the same exact the same jacket on that Juvie had. It wasn't Juvie's because she pulled it up. She turned it around. She was like, he said, this the same jacket that he had on. He said no, but he had the same type of jacket. Like say if we YNW and we got four jackets that's the same.
Hmm.
So no, like I
I'm
don't know
just
who that
saying
nigga
what
is, but that
I
nigga
was just
tweaking.
saying what was said in the
Yeah,
chat.
that nigga. Well, let me tell you, that nigga tweaking.
That don't
That
deserve no
nigga
credit,
tweaking.
huh? Basically, right?
That nigga tweaking, bro.
He
Hey,
said, I'm gonna give them
Eddie
they
just
flowers, they credit.
Oh,
They don't deserve
nephew
none, huh?
said that.
No, that nigga
Nephew
tweaking.
said that. Wrap up said it. You right, nephew. You right. I
hey,
remember that.
Eddie just said some real shit, dog. She say, I hate how he talked to his mom. I know it broke her heart to see that he told Sack he could kill her if he wanted to. He don't give a fuck about her. That shit broke my heart. That's
Okay,
fucking
okay. Let me speak on that because I made a video about putting a hit on a nigga. I mean, on his mom. So now I understand what happened. So if you go back, what I was reading was Detective Moretti's deposition, and what he said was there was a possibility that he put a hit on his mom. But as it came out in court, what he was saying was he in his messages. Me and Marita spoke about this. And he's the one that let me understand that. He said, bruh, it wasn't about the he put a hit on his mom. It was he was at the now that the whole full context is coming out. He was basically saying to Sack Chaser, man, I don't give a fuck. You could do whatever because Sack Chaser must have told him, maybe not on text messages that I'll kill your mom. He was like, you can go ahead and do whatever you want to my mom, blah blah blah. It wasn't that he actually put a hit out, but when you read Detective Moretti's deposition, how he put it was that he put it was they got information that he wanted to put a hit out on his bomb. You get what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
we had discussed that yesterday after it came out in the text
Yeah, I wasn't
messages.
here. Yeah, I wasn't here
yeah, but
yesterday.
Yeah.
that ain't what it is saying. What it is
And
saying.
no, we ain't talking about Eddie, right? I mean,
Okay, yeah,
No,
no
he was
okay,
disrespect, salute to Eddie, but
yeah.
I just
But can
changed
you
the
get it though?
name.
I ain't never think about that. Just think about her hearing that he said that, like saying,
no,
man,
I talked about it yesterday how she had to feel like this tall if you could see my fingers putting close together as they possibly can without touching,
I
you
actually don't
know.
think she felt nothing because you got to
ooh,
understand, nigga. She was already beefing with his friends. He didn't give a fuck about his mama. Like
No, he didn't, but that
the
don't mean
only
she
reason,
didn't feel
I'm
some
saying
type of way
audio,
about hearing that shit.
audio. If
but
you hear that, if you hear your child say that shit, audio, man, shit, man, that shit
I
fuck
mean,
me up.
but if my child, if I seen the other text messages where he was like complaining about his mom, he done got into it with my mom. He done, nigga, I would have the first time you ever disrespected my mom, nigga, YNW is dead. But he kept going, is what I'm saying. You get what I'm saying? Like y'all missing the big picture. He kept going, and he was like, "Yeah, my mom." He started saying, "My mom is a demon, and she sold her
Sold her
soul."
soul, yeah.
So he was telling Sack Chaser that I am my allegiance is to you, and not my mom. But you have already done so much shit prior to this message, is what I'm saying. If I'm a child, nigga, the first time my motherfucker homeboy say some crazy shit about my mom, nigga, yeah, nigga, it's up.
But audio,
But
we ain't looking at it from his perspective. We're looking
Right?
at it from hers.
Hell
How
yeah,
she felt
you're
hearing
hearing
that for
that.
the first
Yes,
time
yes,
you think that,
as a mother.
but
hell yeah.
the
As
thing that no, okay,
man,
so
as
what
a
I'm saying
mama,
is,
it ain't no way in hell she was okay
I'm with
after
the
she
thing
Janelle.
heard
about it
that.
I'm
is
with Janelle with this Janelle.
these videos have been out. The depositions about him talking about
He,
his mom and shit has been out. She knows what the fuck it is.
hearing
Her
about
mom
the,
was trying to
but wait a minute, no, I'm gonna counter that easy. Just like
cool.
we took that shit out of context when we were saying he put a hit out on his mama.
Yes,
Yeah.
I did. Absolutely.
Okay. That's the same way she probably took those messages out of context when he's talking about the shit that he said about her. It's a
So that
difference
makes
when
it
you
seem.
get it put in black and white, plain in front of your face where you can see it and hear it for yourself
So you think
versus
that?
it's
So
a
you
possibility that it would say it like this.
I
Okay,
feel
so
what you
you think
saying.
that
Like a normal human, they gonna be embarrassed some kind of feeling.
Man, I'm gonna tell
Yeah, I
you how
mean,
young
that's your child. I don't give a damn what y'all relationship is like.
of
If
course, but
the
you
love of
don't
a
think that the
You
mother,
don't
mother,
want to
you,
hear it in
but
you
public.
don't want
It
to hear
sounds
your
like
hell
kids
that
no.
saying
the
no shit
mother,
like that about you.
y'all
Hell
tripping.
no. I ain't
You
gonna
don't
cap. Well,
think
if I
that the mother has already known what these individuals have? She done got kicked out the house. She would have never made the video talking about you ain't got the guns and blah blah blah.
Ah,
If it wasn't smoke. So
I.
her
But it
hearing
ain't.
that, of course, it's when it comes back up, like when an old wound is dug back up. Of course, you're gonna feel a certain way, but you know how you and your son is. You know that. Like, come
But
on, bro.
to
Like,
have
y'all
that put
niggas
in the
tripping.
public too, on top of it, I don't think you really understand the whole depth of that
right.
shit.
I get what he said.
I
Facts
get
though.
what
Like
he's saying. I get what
I
he's
think I
saying.
Somebody
think
break
he
it
had
down, bro.
arguments and said crazy shit to his mom, probably worse than
Yeah,
that. I don't
yeah.
think it can be worse than that, but
Yeah,
still saying it in public to your mom, it hit
right.
different.
But what
Yeah,
I'm saying to
it's a
y'all is,
difference when the world now knows that
Now
this
you
is your
got people in
relationship.
listen, if
on
the
your social
world,
media going hard with that shit on you. You
but
know,
listen,
yeah,
the world
you
has
know.
Because
already, the world
no,
has
the
already went. Listen, the world has already went hard because they have already read the deposition from Moretti 3 years ago and
man, the
said that
amount of
it's,
people who actually know what their deposition had compared to the amount of people who now know what the fuck was really said, astronomical difference.
it doesn't matter. She's riding with her kid
I'm
regardless
I'm
because
not
the
saying that
niggas that
she's
she was
not.
because the nigga that she was beefing with is no longer here. Rest in peace to him. So of course, because we look at her like a clout chaser, we look at her like, damn, she want to make sure that she get her son get here so she could be okay. Because what she says in the text message, you're not gonna get your kid no gun and all that extra shit. Like y'all, like come on, y'all, come
You
on
have
now.
to be able. Now I'm seeing everything you're saying, but you're gonna have to come around and see what I'm saying too. There is a difference once all of this shit is being made public in a courtroom with cameras. Yeah, we've known about the shit from the deposition and all of that for 3 years. Cool. But the amount of people who actually have seen those type of videos versus the amount of people who are actually watching this trial, you got to admit there's an astronomical difference in that.
I'll say this to them. It's mighty funny when that information came out that now she's getting threatened and she needed a bodyguard. You gotta like look at it a little deeper. Like the mother knows exactly who she is and what she is.
It,
Even Melly was on a motherfucking
we're
call with
not
Crack.
looking at it from you're looking at it from a logical perspective as a normal man would, and I expect you to do that.
Well,
I'm looking at it from an emotional aspect of what a mother's heart is feeling
Yeah, that's
hearing this shit,
oh, okay,
and
so
that's where
Right.
you have to feel this
yeah,
from.
yeah. I ain't
okay,
gonna
so
count.
you
I ain't gonna
on
count
okay, so
audio.
you so
I get what you're
For
saying.
real though, that coming a lot, dog. That like for real, how
no
women
no no
think and
no
how
no.
we
Okay,
think,
okay,
dog.
okay,
I'm
okay,
saying,
okay.
So
It's
it
So
like both of
totally
y'all
different.
clashing about how y'all perceive shit.
No, I see
no
where
no
he's
no.
coming from because I'm very logical
I
in my
know as a
thinking before
man,
I'm
he coming from
emotional.
that, and you coming from
But
as a woman. So
Yeah.
you
you
know,
know,
if I heard,
like
So
I
you looking at it like you was a juror. You wouldn't
not even this.
understand.
No,
Well,
not looking at it
because you
as
wouldn't be
I'm
privy,
her.
but you
I'm
wouldn't be
looking at
privy
it.
to what we was privy to as a juror. You wouldn't be privy to all the shit we privy to. So I'm coming
okay,
from
okay. So
I ain't even looking at it from that perspective. I'm looking at it from her perspective
that's
as
what I'm saying.
her.
That's how
How
okay,
we
that
see.
hurts
okay.
her
Yeah,
heart. It
yeah.
don't matter what nobody else is feeling in
I
this
think that lady
situation to
cold, bro.
hear that from your child. No matter if he
Yeah,
said "fuck you, bitch" to your face. Now the
yeah.
world knows he said "fuck you, bitch."
Listen,
Gotcha.
that's what I'm saying. Hold on. So I'm gonna just ask this question. So if you was in that courtroom and you heard your child say that, like that's how we looking at it. We looking at it like, well, I'm gonna tell you something. If I heard my child say that, I don't give a fuck if we done had arguments. We ain't gonna never be the same, boy. Like that should
Boy,
hurt.
boy, if I heard it, yeah,
That
okay,
should have hurt me to
that
the end
Your
of
shit,
my
heart would
days.
be broke,
Yes,
man,
yeah, it'd
bro.
be
into a
fucked up.
million
But
pieces,
I
and
look
Yeah.
at
you
it,
ain't
I
gonna
look at
never
it.
be able to put it back together the same. Y'all relationship ain't gonna never be the same.
Hell no. I'm gonna be
Absolutely.
hurt,
But I
boy.
look at I look at the lady and what she did. But if I was a juror, I wouldn't know all the shit she did prior to it. So I'm
Mm,
just looking at it as face value, right?
We
So,
ain't even talking
but if
about
I
it
was
from
a,
that
but okay, no,
perspective.
no,
So
but
that's
what I'm
why
Yeah.
saying
I'm
is,
saying.
what
We
I'm
talking
saying
about it
is
from a
because
parent
nigga,
perspective.
if I'm Jamie, nigga, I have already been on Facebook. I've already been on YouTube looking at what my son said to me and all that. I
But wait a
already
minute.
know
Guess
this.
what? Guess what, Audio? It
What y'all
makes
talking
it
about?
even worse because you've been going so hard for this nigga and talking about
Exactly.
free Melly and
Nigga,
going on
of
all these
course you gonna
interviews
go
and all this
hard
other
for him
shit. Now the
because he's a
world see
clout
what he
chaser though, Tanel.
no listen, but
Like,
now the world sees what he
look,
really feel about your ass. Don't you think
Right.
that's gonna hurt your heart to
you
a
don't think
Yeah.
place
that
that you
nigga
can't
that
imagine?
nigga done told his mama you don't think that nigga done showed his mama that she didn't mean shit to him when he got into it with Sack and they put him out the house and shit, her out the house. You don't think that she already knew how he felt about her?
That's different
You
though.
you
That's
you're
different.
not you're not
I got a
hearing
question.
me.
I got a question. This I'm gonna
I get what you saying. Do your thing, Marita.
I'm gonna ask you
I,
another question.
No,
So,
somebody need to
I
understand
got
where I'm
I got
coming
another
from
question.
because I feel
I got
like
another question.
I feel like I'm on an island.
No, I got another question. For you, audio. Do
Like
you
that
Who
think?
got
you
an
the
nigga,
echo?
person
nigga
at the
mama,
bottom, I think.
his mama at the club. What the fuck y'all talking about?
Hey,
His mama
audio.
is like what?
I got another question. Do you think Jamie's feelings was hurt from hearing that?
I mean, absolutely, but
Okay.
probably not. Maybe not.
Oh shit.
Maybe not.
Bullshit.
Niggas be feeling.
I say her feelings like with her because she a woman, son. And like we think she'll be numb to it, but still, though they not. I
No,
like my
because
Bro,
mama tough,
she
nigga,
at
and
the
like
fucking
nigga,
club with
it
Jay
still
Sean
hit.
and shit,
She
bro.
might don't tell you it hit, but she gonna tell her best friend.
man,
They
I don't give a
14
damn
years.
how
They
many.
14 years
It hurt.
apart.
You feel what I'm
Oh,
saying?
okay,
She
okay.
trying to get in. Nigga, Sack Chaser was telling them in the text. Your mom is
Hey,
trying to get in now.
audio,
Go ahead.
audio. Story time with Tennille. Okay. I ain't never told nobody outside of my family this story because it's embarrassing.
Run
But
it up. Let's go.
when my sister was 18, I told y'all she was a hellion, right?
Mm-hmm.
Her and my mama got into a physical fight on Christmas Eve. When was that? 2016. Over the stupidest shit. My mama told her to damn sweep the floor and mop the floor before she left the house to go and do whatever the fuck she was gonna do. She got an attitude, wouldn't do it. My sister literally tore up the Christmas tree. She took all the presents that she bought, some of the presents that I bought, some of the presents that my mama bought, busting them all open. She was trying to take the keys to the car, which was my mama's car technically because she bought it. And they were fighting over the keys. I'm leaving. Give me my shit. Give me my shit. I'm getting the fuck up out of here. You ain't gonna treat me like this. I'm 18. I ain't gotta do this shit. Okay, cool. My mama went to go outside to unlock the car, but she was not giving her the keys because my sister had a bad habit of keeping her wallet in her purse, right? In the car. My mama's trying to unlock the door, and my sister is fighting her for the damn keys. My mama pushes her back with both hands and a foot, pushes her back. My sister fly into the garage door. Not real hard, but enough where you heard a little thud. She comes back and she swings and she hits my mama square in her damn head. Bam! That shit was so loud, it echoed. Now, she went to jail that day. She stayed in jail for a couple days. She got out. She wasn't allowed to move back into the house and no shit. It caused a rift for a long time. Now, supposedly, my mama's over it, right? But anytime that one specific incident comes back up, it breaks my mama heart all over again. I don't give a
Why
damn
you
how
ain't
many
fight? Why
times.
you ain't fight your sister?
Well, for
Do
one,
your
I'm
thing though.
disabled. For one, I'm
Oh,
disabled.
all right.
I had just had my 5th back
We
surgery,
would have
maybe
beat my
3 weeks.
sister ass.
Now,
We
let
know
me
you.
finish. I had just had my 5th back surgery, maybe 3 weeks beforehand. And I can't fight like that no more. Trust me, I used to be able to fight, but now I can't. That's why I carry a gun and I will shoot your ass. And that was my first instinct. After I saw her do that to my mama, I said, well, looks like she about to lose 2 kids today because I'm getting ready to kill this bitch. She done lost her mind and I'm getting ready to go to prison for life, but that's okay. I'll do that for my mama.
Right.
I came in the house to grab my gun because no matter where I am at in my house, I'm within 10 feet of a gun. My sister knows this. So when she saw me turn around to go in the house, first thing she did was leave my mama alone and she came after me because she knew that's what I was going to do. But instead, I swear to God, I heard my grandmother's voice in my head say, your mama can't lose both of her kids today. You know she ain't got nobody else. Don't do it.
Right.
So instead of picking up the gun, I pick up the phone and call the police.
Right.
That's the only reason my sister is even still alive today. And I'm out to have this conversation. Because had I followed my first mind, I was going to blow that bitch head off.
Right.
Okay,
But
so
every time that comes back up, it hurts my mama the same way it did, not in a physical way, but that emotional shit. Oh, that has it still is a issue in my family. We've gone to counseling. We've done. I mean, everything you supposed to do to get over shit. We've done it. But anytime that comes up, it's like it starts all over again. It's a reset button. So
Right.
yeah,
okay, let
Jamie
me
knows that he's did all this shit. He said all of this shit. All of it's happened. She knows it, acknowledges it. But as soon as it comes back up again, I promise you, it's a reset button.
That
absolutely.
shit
But let
gotta
me let
hurt,
me let me
dog.
let me let me say this. The difference, and this is no disrespect, but the difference between your situation and Jamie and Melly's situation is millions of dollars. And then we have to look at Jamie as the individual. You get what I'm saying? Your mom or whoever the situation with, it was totally different. So when you got millions of dollars and you look at the lady, the individual that the mother is, and what she's doing, what she's have done, plus the text messages about how he feels about his mom, it hit different. That's all I'm trying to say. I'm not
So I got
trying
a
to. I'm not
question.
trying.
So I got a question. So with all this, I'm following you, right? I'm
Okay,
following you.
okay, follow me.
The only way I can totally go with what you're saying is if they both all feel like they all both know that they don't love each other at all. Like.
Why though, Mike? It's no possible. If I'm helping you, if I know what you did, and you don't give a fuck about me,
Mhm,
and I know that, you know what I'm saying. I know I was the first nigga at Fredo Bang house. When they say who was there, Jamie was there.
mhm,
So if I know what's going on, of course my heart and my love for my child is gonna have his back.
mhm.
But I already know what the fuck how we are, nigga. That don't negate me having love for my kid, but the money, because of the character of the woman, you got to look at the character of the individual. Oh shit, you like to go to the club. It's only 14 years apart with them. So I'm looking at the whole perspective. I'm not looking at it on just the surface. I'm digging into the fucking concrete with the shit. And I'm saying, well,
And I think that's part of the problem. You trying to dig too deep with logic,
Yeah.
and it
So
ain't about logic.
okay,
No. This is
okay.
my
So that's what I'm
opinion, bro.
saying.
That's all
Say,
I'm
If
dog,
saying.
even a crackhead mama gonna feel some
that's
kind
what
of,
I'm telling you. That's
I'm
what
not.
I'm trying to tell
Yeah,
you.
Y'all,
it,
y'all
Even
missing the point, bro. I'm not
no,
saying that
but
she
that's the
didn't
well,
do
thing.
what she was
for
We
doing.
real though,
understand.
cause you know, dog, I'm smart. I know all of us smart.
Listen. I'm not saying that she
No,
wasn't. She didn't feel the way she felt
we get
when it.
your point, man. We
Okay,
get
okay,
your
cool.
point.
Then we can
I
move
swear
on.
to
Then,
God, I
as
get
long
your
as you get
point.
my point, that we can move
I
on. Then
swear to God, I get your point.
For
I
sure,
But
get
we're
I
gonna
get
have
your
we
to
point.
can move
to
on. We
to
can move on.
disagree on this
Yeah,
because
I'm with you and Chanel on this one. I ain't gonna care. I know they go through shit. I know they beef. I know he done said certain things, but I still feel like she loved her son as her son, and I feel like that shit hurt her hearing that shit in court wide open like that. She might have
We
even
talking about the same motherfucker that said that she's gonna bring the Glock. She gonna buy the Glock and everything, right?
wait,
We
and
talking about
yeah,
that same person, right?
and this is why it's
Like she
gonna
got
make
feelings.
sense.
Now all of a sudden y'all want
Let
to
me
say
tell
she
you,
didn't
dog.
feel it.
Listen,
Even a
listen.
serial killer
Niggas
mama, even
tripping,
if the
bro.
mama was a serial killer, she'll still feel some type of way.
that's what I'm
Thank you.
No,
saying,
niggas
bro.
But
tripping.
this basically sums it
How
up.
like
What
how
it
how, how bad you want me to say to mama and for me to still say the same thing? Like the
I
Well,
mean,
street is
well,
mama
well.
gonna
Y'all
feel
act
something,
like y'all
son.
don't understand where
I'm
I'm coming
telling
from,
you.
so I gotta keep reiterating this shit. Bro,
what Eddie
I'm looking
said,
at a person character, nigga.
what Eddie
Yeah,
said
she
in the
felt bad.
comments
Yes,
sums
the
it up
lady
though.
felt bad. Yes, the lady felt bad hearing it publicly because some people never heard that. But we don't know the shit that nigga said to her in, behind closed doors. But we seen some messages where he didn't give a fuck about her. So yeah, she probably felt bad, but nigga, she don't give a fuck. She's standing on 10. Like, that's all I'm saying. Like, the
No, she gives a
relationship.
fuck. Trust
Oh,
me.
I ain't
That's her
saying that shit
child.
gonna break her, though. I ain't
I ain't
saying it's
saying
gonna
Yeah,
break her.
yeah.
right,
No,
but
That's all.
it
Okay,
cares. She
there it is.
cares.
I'm not
She
saying it's
no, it
gonna.
ain't
cares.
There
gonna
it is.
break her, nigga.
It's
She is
not gonna
strong.
No.
break
She,
her.
you know.
If
That's my
she was
point.
gonna be
It's not
broken,
gonna
she
break
would
her.
have been broken from the fact when he got
Okay.
arrested and charged with the damn double capital murder.
Maybe I'm
She's
talking a
not
little
gonna
too much.
break
She would
from
have
it.
been broken, nigga, if she was
Right.
weak. So
If
we'll
she was a
never
weak
like say
mom,
she weak,
no,
dude.
I ain't never said she
There
was
we
a
go.
weak motherfucker. Now she
No,
was a
no, no.
dumb motherfucker, but I ain't never said she you weak motherfucker. There's a
That's all
difference
I'm
between
saying.
them two types of motherfuckers, okay?
Okay.
No, but Eddie
Okay.
basically summed it up when she said this. Let me find that comment. Jamie made a lot of mistakes raising Melly. I bet she regrets a lot of shit she has done, but the
Yes.
dumb shit she did was out of love for him.
Okay.
I
When
like
you
Okay. I
really
hear that.
think about it,
I hear
when
Yeah.
that.
she getting on there talking about she got big guns and shit and she ain't scared of sack.
That takes us back to what we was talking about earlier with the baby mamas and the kids and shit, where you'll just leave a motherfucker and all that. So like niggas be like, don't contradict yourself, because it's the same. That's the same thing. Like you gonna do whatever you got to do out of love. You get what I'm saying? Like
But you have to remember, she has a damn teenager's mentality still. That woman ain't never
I
matured
just
beyond
said that.
15 years old.
I think
So she's
that's
doing the
all I
shit
was
that
saying.
she's doing out of love, but in a misguided way. But
Okay.
none of that still don't negate the fact when you hear that shit and when you see it in black and white in front of you, as we always talking about paperwork, when you see the paperwork on the shit, it hurts.
Okay, check this out. Let me say the same thing you said. She's doing it out of love, but whatever. It, that's all I'm trying to say in a nutshell, my nigga. Like she doing it out of love, and then the money makes it more out of love. But do she really love the nigga?
I don't. Yes, that's her child.
Yes, she
I don't
does.
give a fuck what the hell they done been through. You gonna
Right.
Say,
love your
bro,
kid.
look, it's street love. That's all the love. That's
Okay,
how she
okay.
know how to show it.
Yeah.
All
You
right,
gotta
all
think
right,
You
about
all
know,
right,
you
that.
know
all right,
that
all
hood
right, all right.
love, bro.
You
That
know,
hood
she
mama
gotta,
I'm good
love.
with that.
For
yeah,
real.
she gotta,
Mama might give you
That's
some
all I
bullets for
need to
your
hear.
birthday or
They
some
told me
shit.
that
You feel what I'm saying?
right.
That
for a
hood
But
love.
it's
long
That
time.
hood
still a
love.
birthday gift because she give a damn about you.
We
I
could
feel
do
you,
that.
Corral.
It's that
We
type
could
of
have
love
did it.
where
We
your
could
mama
have.
It
might
don't
know.
matter what
Y'all
it is.
niggas could have
Fuck it,
said
Bob.
hood.
I'm
That's
taking
all I
it.
was looking for, my nigga. Was a nigga to say it was just. I brought up the Kanye. I brought up all that, my nigga. But nobody would tell me it just hood love. Okay, cool. Now let's move on. We can move on. God damn, y'all niggas want to take a nigga
Shout out
around the
to my
bush.
Canadian nigga in the chat, man, from Canada, man. My nigga Cord, man.
Yeah, man. Shout out to
Appreciate you,
Court.
bro.
Court been leaving some good
Shout out
comments
to
too,
Corey,
man.
though.
And my nigga, man, that nigga hit me up like, man, where you been at, Bob? Like, man,
Yeah,
I'm on my boy, I'm a reader channel, man.
yeah, man. Court, hey, Court been leaving some good comments. He said he found this channel due to you, so I appreciate you, Correa. And shout out to Court.
Subscribe, Cord too, man. You already know. So you know how we do it, Cord.
Yeah. But
But
Canada tuning in, nigga.
Okay,
straight
so what
up.
else? What else went on today?
um, as far as what else went on in trial today, nothing really, nothing important.
Yeah.
That was it. After they did this, I think they were doing a break. They did a recess, and she got sick. They never came back, and we won't be going back to court until Monday. So
Yeah, I feel like them niggas Monday. Them niggas gonna be the Glock gonna be fully loaded.
yeah,
And they gonna go hard at that nigga Moretti.
fully loaded with a
They gonna do
switch.
all their research. They gonna do all their due diligence, and it's gonna be up.
Yep, yep.
But then let me tell you what I think that is so clever on their side. They did this right. Then they're gonna have a closing on Moretti. Then they get to go into their case. So it's almost like if I'm the jury, I see the closing on Moretti, right? Then I'm like, damn. Then next thing you know, when I come back Tuesday or whatever day it is, nigga, I get to see the defense case. So it's almost like it was, they let the jury sit on it in their mind. So I see the cake bake, but they gotta have some shit. What y'all think they got?
I don't know, and that's what I'm looking forward to finding out.
Yeah.
Because they really don't have a leg to stand on besides it was Portland.
Yeah.
That's really the only thing that I can logically see them doing, throwing him under the bus.
You think they're gonna bring an expert to go against the nigga that the trajectory nigga?
Yeah. I can see them trying to counter that. And
Hello.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah,
She
definitely.
got buffed out. She was cooking.
Yeah, she was.
What happened? She dropped out?
I think so, bro. You see her down there at the bottom?
She's still
She
here.
might have hit the mute.
I'm still I didn't. I'm still here. You hear me now?
Yeah, we hear you.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
But you know what's gonna be interesting though for me?
Wait, Mike. She was
Go
saying
ahead.
something.
Go ahead, cook Tanel.
Go
Shit,
ahead,
I
man.
don't even know what I was saying at this point. What was the
All right,
last
go
thing you
ahead, man.
heard?
Go ahead, man. She was on the square at that time.
I mean, what was the last thing you heard?
I forgot too. Shit. I
See, god
No, we
damn it.
ain't help you. We ain't help you.
Nigga, the short-term memory started.
I know, I know. Carell ain't helping me do shit.
She had a little brain fart.
I ain't gonna lie.
No,
That's why
I.
a lot of us. That's why a lot of us talk over each other. I know that's why I do it because we don't be want to forget what we finna say. That's what it be.
Yeah,
I know.
nigga. That's my that's my main thing, and
Me
I can't
too.
write it down. Like if I was in a debate on side another channel, yeah, I had to write it down.
My
Yeah.
thing is,
But
it's just
that's
kind
the
of
thing.
like it's not
Oh, okay.
necessarily I'm
So
gonna.
we was talking about what you think that the defense is gonna say. Okay, I asked you about are they gonna bring in an expert about the
Oh, okay.
trajectory? Okay, there we go.
Oh, yeah. I think they were going to bring in an expert to counter the coroner's report, possibly as far as the bleeding of the wounds and the timing of everything. Possibly someone to counter the ballistics and trajectory. I know they're gonna have an expert for that. If they don't, they stupid as hell.
Yeah.
And really, those are the only two that I can see them bringing in an expert to counter. I do know they want to bring back the FBI agent that the
They're trying to find him.
the prosecution had
Yeah, they're trying to
to
find
kind of counter what Moretti is saying about the plots and
absolutely.
being able to plot the locations and all that shit, which I think is crazy. I mean, that's part of his job. Why wouldn't he be qualified to speak about that? That's why they reaching for a lot of shit, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Like they really, really reaching for a lot of shit. They're gonna break some arms and legs reaching for the shit because I don't think you're gonna be able to grab it. But that's really it. Besides, the regular, it wasn't me, it was Bortland.
So if a nigga bring in an expert that goes against the ballistics man, because in my opinion, the ballistics man he set the whole scene up for me.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like whoever was in that driver's seat did whatever. I don't give a fuck who it was.
Mm-hmm.
They did it. If they bring a nigga in to knock a nigga down like that, whether it be money, whatever, what happens then? Are we good?
It just depends on what the jury believes.
But you still have I'll give you the pings.
Mm-hmm.
But we don't have the nigga in the back shooting. What
Mm-hmm.
happens then if they debunk that?
If I was on the jury,
Yes.
because like I said, I am emotional. I'll give you that, but I think logically with my emotions, if that makes sense.
Okay.
So for me, the logic of it all, as far as like y'all talking about, nobody has ever put Melly in that back seat. Yes, they have. We've already said that we've already seen the video of him getting in that position when they left the studio, right? It's already been.
Remember, we got a co-defendant.
Yeah, but we know Melly got in that back seat behind the driver.
Remember, we know that, but you're a juror now. So
the jury knows it too because they saw the same video that I'm talking about. So the jury knows this. Instead of saying let me say the jury. The jury knows that he got in that back passenger seat behind the driver. The jury knows now that the car never stopped because they did the route, right? Remember that boring ass video I was complaining about the other day?
I agree.
They did the route. And, you have the plots. Since you say you give me the plots and the pings and shit, you got the plots and the pings. So you didn't follow the route. The car never stopped, right? So if the car never stopped, I don't think they playing, what was it, Chinese fire drill? Y'all know what I'm talking about? Where you get out at the damn red light and everybody run around the car and switch positions. Yeah. Did y'all ever do that shit as a teenager? We did that a lot. So I don't think they was playing Chinese fire drill at 2:00 in the morning on them dark ass roads in Florida. Okay.
Well, yeah, they doing that right now, but they getting on the thing twerking and all that.
Well,
we the same age.
And I want to piggyback on what
different shit down.
I want to piggyback on what Tanel said real quick, and then you can go ahead on Tanel. And we know that he had the phone after the murders because
that's the point.
Well, I go in order, so I hadn't quite gotten there yet.
Yeah, go ahead. Okay, go ahead, Tanel. Okay, go ahead. I'll let you cook. You cooking though. Go ahead. Yeah,
I'm an order person. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I hadn't gotten there yet. So we know that they went to the location, whatever happened, happened, right? We
Yes.
know that he had the phone from the time he left the studio until he was walking around the car and everything else. We know the phone has been authenticated as his. I don't give a damn about nobody saying it could be it's somebody else's. It was a communal phone. No, it wasn't. You don't have dick pics in a communal phone. If you do, you crazy as hell and you need to go get checked out. This shit is weird. So
Wait, wait,
we
wait.
got
So
enough
wait,
information.
wait. If the defense is saying that these communal phones are passed around, if an individual has one and he does something, let's go back to the text messages. If you want me to get at your girl, nigga, you know what it is, right? So it gotta be told to you, Tanel, which is the jury. So
But
remember, you heard that. Remember, you heard that, right?
for me as a juror, you've proven that that's his phone through the text messages, through the
I believe you
Snapchats,
too.
through the pictures, through the phone calls. Hell, he had made a phone call to his mama from jail where he gave her the damn phone number and the passcode.
That was it for me.
So you've proven that's his phone. I ain't gonna argue about the phone. That's his phone. Anything that
Yeah,
happened with that phone, it was in his possession. I'm
yeah,
sorry.
yeah. That's
Yeah,
true.
I ain't gonna lie.
You're
I
not
I, I
telling
know
me that
what it is,
that
but we
phone
can.
ever left his possession as a juror. You're
I,
not going to
I,
make me believe he ever had that phone out of his hand. Okay, pan pocket on his person, put it that way.
period, nigga.
He's had that phone,
Yeah.
period.
Okay, let
Hey.
me ask this question. They brought up the satchels, the man,
Mm-hmm.
the man mercies. They never found those. What? Okay, go ahead. Cook.
Okay, that's because hell he took them because he had to get rid of the weapons, right?
And did what?
Who
The
the hell
same thing he did with
knows?
the
That
clothes.
the same thing he
Because
did with
we
the
ain't got the
clothes.
clothes.
The
Yeah,
same thing,
yeah,
the
yeah.
in my opinion, like Marita said, why didn't they dredge that canal? That's where the phone and the clothes at, if you or not the phone, the guns and the clothes, the merces and whatever the hell y'all want to
All
call them.
right. Yeah.
All that shit is in that damn canal somewhere. It might not be together, but it's all at the bottom of the canal. They should have
Okay,
dredged the
so
canal looking for that shit.
why would you take the weapon and then no, it was in a the weapon was in a I think it was I say they say it was like I don't know where it was, but then tracking then pulled up with Mills and they hopped
Right,
out. Yeah, so wherever that was, that's what we need to see. How
right,
close was that what where that was to the incident?
right, right.
Yeah, yeah.
But even if I didn't know
Yeah.
that as a juror, that really wouldn't play into me making the decision on guilt or innocence.
Okay.
From
Let
me as a juror right now, I would still
okay.
vote guilty. But would I
Okay.
give him a death sentence? No. That's honesty.
Okay, let me say this before I forget it. They say that it seems like Cortland jumped in the car. I mean, Melly jumped was in the car and he got dropped off close to somewhere where the hospital was close to. So if you where he sent the number one shit to Fredo Bang, it was close to the hospital. You get what I'm saying? So I'm saying, did they do all the shit they did, staged it? Buddy jumped in the car. He said, drop me off here. Because it's not close to where they found the shell casings and everything from the drive-by.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I'm
Mm-hmm.
thinking that nigga, the defense is gonna have a field day. That's just my opinion. Like you like because it's not we everybody know what happened, allegedly. But nigga, you gotta prove it to 12 people.
Can I say one thing about the phone?
Mm-hmm.
We know he had the phone afterwards because the lady who got up there and said, I don't remember, I don't remember. The one thing she did say was she said she saw Melly on FaceTime with her daughter. That's when the girl woke up and that's when Melly was telling her, that it was a drive-by. And that's how she knew to take her daughter to Fredo Bang house or wherever she took her that next day because Melly FaceTimed her daughter. She said this on the stand that she saw his face. She said she saw his face. She said she couldn't remember whether it was Snapchat or FaceTime, but she saw Melly's face. She admitted to that, which means he had the phone after the murders. The phone was at the scene and when the boys, out there in the wilderness or wherever they was at. So if he got out the car and hauled ass, when did he get the phone back?
Yeah,
'Cause-
because that was the thing I heard. I heard people saying he left the phone in the car, but
right.
those are bloggers. You know, it's like you got like that's why I say do your own research
You get
because
what I'm saying? Like
you
I'm
can
like,
listen to a blogger, you can pull them up on your platform, you can hear them.
yeah,
But if you don't do your own fucking research,
you'll be
then you
led
gonna
astray.
think that that nigga left a phone. If that was the case, then
I
Trap would
don't
have
listen
never
to
had to
none of
put
them
the
niggas.
phone in
Yeah,
evidence.
Mm-hmm.
Goofy ass
yeah,
nigga. Like
Thank you.
I don't listen to them niggas, man. You gonna become like a copy. You gonna be
man, you
saying
gonna
the
be
shit
a
they
you
saying.
gonna it's gonna fuck
Now
your
you could
mind
take
up.
a title. You could listen to
Damn.
some shit, but like do your own research and have your own
yeah,
mind, man. 'Cause that's
Please
what your
do that, man.
subscribers want. How you think.
yeah,
Be a real nigga. Be who you are.
Now, if y'all
If you
think the
that.
same, sometimes you'll think the same with some motherfuckers. It is
Nah,
what it is,
but I'm
but
saying like
you know,
the people that gravitate towards you are gonna be the same people that you fuck that fuck with you because they realize nigga like nah you did your own research you figured it out you put it out and even if you said something that was wrong you came back and you doubled back and you told them I was
yeah,
wrong. That's
yeah,
it.
Yeah,
most of
it's
these
just,
bigger niggas gonna say shit for shock value anyway. But that's all I
But
mm,
gotta say.
we ain't on that level though, Karel. You know what's going on. We trying to get there. So we already seen what niggas do. Niggas gonna steal your shit, do whatever, whatever. But that's okay. But we trying to give you game, bro. Like nigga, just understand and that's why we respect what you did with Spoon, cause you came out. Niggas will say, nigga, fuck that nigga, he shouldn't have did that. No, nigga. I don't wanna have nothing to do with a nigga like that or nothing. Period. So I'm gonna stand on 10 and then I'm gonna move on. Whatever happens after that, it is what it is. So that's respect from that's why you got real niggas coming over here, nigga.
right. I appreciate that.
Yeah. Oh God.
But I would have did that shit by myself though. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? Like,
I'm just saying, like
you know what I'm
nigga,
saying? Like, it was,
but you see niggas coming because they respect that shit, and then
yeah,
niggas, yeah, like
yeah,
and you know it is what it is.
yeah,
If I didn't fuck with you and you did it and I seen it, then I would come over here. So
yeah.
yes,
I,
exactly what you said, exactly what would happen.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Real nigga shit. Just
yeah. I appreciate that though.
you recognize it.
I
Yeah,
know how to scout talent.
yeah. That's
Yeah.
for real. My boy career
Oh
know how to
God.
scout talent.
Yeah.
Most everybody from the beginning that either I was cool or whatever connected
They
with
popped
all
off.
these niggas coming
They
up.
popped
They
off.
up.
Yeah, you know how to scout talent. They all popped off in the career.
Yeah, you next nigga. You gonna have that. You know, it's like a growth spurt, man. Like when basketball player,
Yeah,
you gonna have that when you know hit that algorithm, dog. You
yeah.
gonna get that. You know, feeling what
I appreciate
coming.
it. I appreciate it.
yeah, it's all in God's timing.
I've been
Yeah,
seeing
exactly.
people in the chat, man. I don't even know you be saying something. I saw Clubhouse people and everything that E-Band film.
Yeah.
Wait. Let's talk about it. If you want, if you brought him up, you know,
That's
that's
one of
what
the
we
niggas who
came from.
that's how I got the Clubhouse. Him.
Okay.
Me myself. So we was on
That's
who.
how, cause he was cool with Whack, man. That's how I got you there in conversation
So
with Whack and shit on the Clubhouse through that nigga.
Oh, okay.
how me and you got on Clubhouse.
Oh yeah, then I run into I don't know how the fuck I run into this nigga, but he a legend. So you there he especially on a you know that 100K track shit, man. So
Yeah.
yeah, man.
Yeah, I salute you for that. He reached out to me and, on Instagram and found some shit that he didn't know was going on. Can I speak on this story, Corel?
Fact.
All right. So he reached out to me, you know, and I knew who he was, and I talked to him, and he said this and that, and me and him got cool. I started coming to his page, and he was like, "Can I do something, something, something?" And I told him, "Nah, I don't want you, nah," and he respected it, and that's how me and this nigga like got tight. You know what I'm saying? But it was behind the scenes, like people didn't know. So he was like, come over here where I'm at on the clubhouse thing. I said, cool. I came where he was at because they was talking about some shit that I had did, and we got it off. And me and him been tight ever since. Like Garrell, I told the nigga about you, Marita. I said, nigga, Garrell, go
Yeah.
fuck with this nigga. He the nigga.
Oh, that's real, man. I
You
appreciate
know
it.
what I'm saying? Like, so you don't have to know a motherfucker, shake a motherfucker hand to be 100 with a nigga.
Yeah,
But
man.
once something happen, you got the choice to be able to say, nigga, I can block you and fuck you. But me and Karel been fucking around for like probably like a year and a half now, a year.
Yeah,
So we good. We met up on another nigga page, which I introduced you to,
right.
Trigger Man. You know what I'm saying? So like, he a real nigga, man. Like he a stand up nigga. Like people think that he talk over people and all that. It's cool, but you gotta listen to Karel. The nigga had jewels. He got shit that he understands. So fuck all the talking over people. I listen to a motherfucker, and that's how I was raised. So this nigga's a good dude.
Man, I've been like I'm telling you, I've been a fan of Career when he was on the other guy channel. I don't want to, I ain't gonna start no shit, but the other guy channel,
Yeah.
I'm telling you, I already was like, damn, I like, what I mean, his perspectives on shit. So yeah, I already been rocking with him. Once I seen him over that, I think he was he on Trigger Man or was he on
Yeah,
Music?
that was Trigger Man when
Trigger
you
Man.
came
Yeah,
and you were
Trigger
talking
Man.
about your
Yeah,
boy shit. That
yeah.
that's how I
Correct.
felt that you would cry and shit.
Yeah,
That what we
yeah.
were talking about.
Yeah, Carell got a real distinct voice, man. Like I don't give a fuck where you at. If he on a panel on YouTube, you know who he is. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
That what made me rock with that nigga again. Nigga like that nigga gave about flowers. Yeah, he never
yeah,
told me listening, man. I'm like,
yeah.
man, it's like I know this nigga forever. I'm like, man, when that nigga talk, nigga sound like I know him forever.
right.
Like talking to myself.
Nigga, I
Yeah.
got a I
This
got a
nigga,
pot.
I be watching that nigga be sad his little jokes and shit. I be like, man, I was thinking of that. I could be thinking of that.
Hey, I got a partner. My partner heard you. He was like, man, you gotta introduce me to him, man. He's like, man, you gotta introduce me. I told him, I said, man, I'm gonna bring you up on the panel. I got a partner. He want to meet you. He want to come on the panel just to holler at you. You know what I'm saying?
Damn.
Yeah,
Shout out to that boy. Shout
yeah,
out, big dog.
yeah.
Yeah, for real.
But yeah, man, we building something over here. We building something special, man. And everybody, people noticing or whatever. But I'm gonna be honest with you. I know the name of the game, the blow up and all of that shit there. But I'm saying, when it happened, it happened. I'm cool. I really
Right.
enjoy what we doing. Like I like doing what we doing. Like you get what I'm saying? I like our
That
crew.
was gonna make you blow though.
You know what I'm saying?
You
Like
ain't chasing it. And that
yeah,
was gonna keep
exactly.
you
I ain't
consistent.
even
No ever I was the same way. When they were trying
yeah,
to hype me up, like when I first got 1,000 and shit, I
yeah,
wasn't falling for that shit. I'm like, man, I don't care about that.
yeah. I mean, like,
I'm like, for real though, dog. You just let shit happen. You start thinking, then you start chasing numbers, then you start losing the passion for this shit.
exactly.
Yeah.
Man,
So stay organic, nigga, like you doing it, man. The
yeah,
best way.
Do
I get
you?
on this bitch and chop it
Shit
up with
gonna
y'all
come.
every day. You know what I mean? Like shit.
Yeah.
The numbers is the numbers, but I get up this bitch and chop it up with y'all. This shit be, bro. I do this shit. I do this shit because I love doing this shit. You feel what I'm saying? I love fucking with y'all. You know what I mean? For real. You know what I'm saying? Shit.
That's what it's about, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like organically. Fuck
Yeah.
all the bullshit. Fuck trying to be this and be that organically. It's
It's
gonna
really
come.
not.
But it's a slow process.
Yeah. You
Just
know what I
stick
mean?
with it.
And
Stick with it, nigga.
it's really not no platforms. Really, I ain't seen none that's really like this out here yet. That everybody can come and just be themselves and just kick it. You feel me?
It's a lot that done that,
Yeah,
but they wasn't consistent.
He
yeah,
right though, dog. There's no way. It ain't a lot of places you can blow up this out the blue. On it,
yeah,
probably TikTok. Anybody can, blow up. You just could drop any stupid video and just get numbers out the blue with that shit. But
Yeah, but you
but
gotta be
like Twitch and
consistent.
shit, other places like no, dog. Like nigga, it take forever on places like small motherfucker. That's why most people come to YouTube and get their clout. They
Gotta be
get established
consistent.
on even a TikToker start coming to YouTube.
mm,
So that's
Alex,
what, like, yeah, you big your following on YouTube, then bring them to other motherfucking places. You type shit.
yeah,
You know what I'm
like
saying?
he doing
So that's one of the
live.
fastest things you can blow up on. Like, so, like, yeah, man.
Yeah, but he doing lives, long lives. He consistent. The consistency. If you ain't doing that, then you ain't nobody. Cause everybody gonna put out what you put out. They gonna steal from you, gonna take from you. But nigga, just be consistent, and your time gonna come. I promise you. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? I ain't do that. You know what I'm saying? I said fuck that. Cause I thought, man, I ain't
But I'm
doing
gonna
that.
tell you this, man. Do what you like, man. You ain't gotta do it everybody else like that.
yeah,
It's
Uh,
about what you like, man, and you get them to like what you like.
yeah,
yeah. But that is gonna take time. If you jump on what everybody else doing, you might be in the algorithm, but how your heart feel, how you feel as a man, nigga, do what you want to do, and I promise you, if you consistent, it's gonna crack, it's gonna pop off. Trust me.
And don't put yourself in no box, man. Don't put yourself in no sector, nigga. Put
yeah,
yourself in none of that shit, nigga.
yeah. Hey, I ain't gonna
'Cause you
cap though.
bigger than all that.
Hey, I ain't gonna cap. Every time some little a little situation that happened on career, I'll be like, "Hey, look, man, this is what's going on here." Every time you done been right, even with that weird nigga yesterday. Was it yesterday? You was like, "Hey, man, that nigga full of shit, man." You know what I'm saying?
That's why dude had me on that shit, man. I see all the snakes. I used to print out all the snakes.
Yeah,
So if I print out all the snakes on there, you think I don't know you a snake on some shit?
right,
It take a while, but I ain't gonna say I know, but I'm gonna find out.
right.
So
Correct.
yeah,
You
man. So
gotta, you
nigga, I
gotta
can see a snake, dog. I'm saying that's one I can analyze shit through the phone, son. I know, mother. I can just tell, dog. I studied psychology, son. I just
Yeah,
know how humans is, son.
let me
yeah,
ask you this, Corel. If you would have said fuck all the snake shit and then you knew what you knew now with YouTube, would you have played the game?
No, nigga. Fuck no. I thought about that shit, though.
Yeah.
I'm so real. I tell you, I thought about like that shit. Like,
Yeah,
what
I
if I
did
would
too.
have just let shit bop 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 bop? No,
Yeah.
nigga, I wouldn't be me, son.
I
I
I'll
wouldn't
wouldn't
be.
probably
either. I
have
couldn't do it. I
I'll
cannot
probably have
do it for real.
100,000 subscribers, son. I'll probably have 1,000 people in my life, but I wouldn't be me.
I'm
You
finna tell
hear
you.
me?
I'm finna tell you. He can't
Nigga.
do it. He
Oh
can't do it.
God.
He can't. He can't fake it.
I
He
just
can't.
can't do it, dog.
He
Even
can't.
if for like, I
Yeah.
can't fake it, son. I'm just one of them. I can't fake it with my mom or nobody.
Nobody.
I gotta
And I
just
got
tell the fair shit. Like
yeah.
I gotta just tell you it was fair, dog. I just want shit to be fair. You hear me?
Yeah. I feel that. That's how I feel.
I
Shout
can't
out to
let people get over.
Marvin.
So like
Man,
most humans
I
want to
could have
get over, dog.
man,
Yeah, I ain't with
listen.
that
I
shit,
could
no.
I could have played the game. I ain't played the game, bro. I ain't played the game.
Fuck that shit
I
though.
don't regret shit, nigga, in my
Me
life.
neither. I
Me
don't
either.
regret
Basically,
that. I don't regret. Listen, that's the same game. So I could have played the game with old boy.
On
Man,
God.
man,
right?
fuck that shit, man. I would have. Every day I would have looked in the mirror and been
But that's why you got the
ashamed of
niggas over here
myself.
though. That's why you got the niggas over here though.
You know what I'm
Because we
saying?
see you didn't play the game.
Oh man, fuck that
We,
shit.
nigga, we could have been gone. But we
Gone,
didn't play the game. We just didn't
gone.
play. Nigga, I ain't really where I come from, but like,
Nah, bro.
yeah, like, nigga, I'm still working. I ain't tripping. I ain't making money off YouTube.
Bro, I would have
I
felt.
still
I would
go to
have felt
work
like a.
7 to 3.
I
I
would have
ain't,
felt like a fuck nigga. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
like,
Nah,
I
bro.
ain't finna do that, bro.
Nah, I ain't doing that shit, dog.
Well, I respect y'all for maintaining your integrity.
Yeah, nah, uh-uh. I ain't. And I'm gonna say this, bro.
Right. That shit don't really get you nowhere, but man, it feel good. Like as a man, though.
Yeah, exactly.
No,
That's what.
but if you're still able to look at yourself in the mirror and be proud of the
Yeah,
person you are, that's what
We don't
matters
get
in
no
life.
award for sure. We don't get no
No,
award
no,
though.
the
No, you
award,
ain't gonna get
you get an
nothing for that.
award. You get an award. You get good sleep at night.
No,
yeah. That's what I'm
but
saying.
my nigga, my wife
All
look at
right, I
like,
got you.
my wife look at me like a king. There, when I
You know,
walk
you're
around my house, nigga, I'm good.
You know,
Like
your
Right.
reward is
that's
being
all that
able
matters to
to.
me, nigga. I don't give a fuck about what a YouTuber say, et
Yeah,
cetera, et cetera. But nigga, in my house, I want to know that my wife know, nigga, I'm a stand up nigga.
yeah, man.
That's it. And my kid and my grandkids, period. That's it. I don't give a fuck about
Right.
nothing else, nigga. YouTube is
This shit ain't
YouTube.
just YouTube. It ain't you like this. I brought my life to YouTube. How I handle motherfuckers in life, I brought it to YouTube.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I stay a little clean about my real life in YouTube. Because I know how they go. I know how it rock out. So I just chill. If you come there, nigga, I'm gonna tell you how I am. I'm gonna tell you who I am.
I ain't gonna cap. I'm the same. I'm the same motherfucker way on
I don't give
YouTube.
a fuck
I'm
about
the
it.
same way on in the real life as I am on YouTube. I promise
I
that.
am too.
I'm the same motherfucker way. Like,
Yeah, you a tall, goofy, like not like Chicago goofy,
yeah,
I know what you meant.
crazy goofy
yeah,
type nigga. But you
yeah.
when you'll get serious and it's up because you got
Exactly.
that you Haitian or something, man. You got something in you.
You know what I mean?
Pause.
Hey, look, but I just know, see, cause where I'm from, bro, when niggas be acting all rah rah, that be to scare nigga off your ass. See, I don't like, I don't. That's that you soft. If you do that, that's you really don't want nobody. You don't want no trouble. See, I'm the type of motherfucker. I want you to think that you could fuck with me, and then I'm fuck you up. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like,
but with
I want you to
Corel,
underestimate a motherfucker, right?
yeah, that type of
and
shit.
hey, wait, Corel 10 years younger than us, so he 35. So
Huh?
42, okay, 8, 7, whatever years.
Who
Yeah,
So
35?
I'm gonna say
No,
damn,
he
Trey.
you
33.
Yeah, Trey, trying to
33,
make you
nigga. So
older than you is.
you nigga, Mike, you 42. I'm 43. Chanel,
Nah,
you
for sure
43.
though. I'm
So
34, man. I'm tripping. My
You
all
birthday
right,
was
34?
June
cool. All right,
25th. I'm
cool.
still stuck
Okay.
at
All right,
my
cool. So
brain, like
That's
nigga,
my
you're
son's
stuck at
birthday.
33 forever, nigga. Every birthday.
Yeah, that's
But
my
nigga,
son's
I'm
birthday, June
34 now,
25th.
man.
yeah,
I
nigga, but
forgot. You can look at my Instagram. I got a
nigga,
thing
you
34.
you
34,
still with
man.
the shit
I'm
though. You
fucking
still with the shit. You still with the shit though, Corral. I ain't with the shit.
man. Niggas could call me Onk now. I gotta respect it.
Nah, nah, you need about 3 more years for me to call you.
Nephew be calling me
Nigga, like
oh
you give me a blunt out the store, Onk. I gotta respect it. I can't,
Nah, you ain't on yet, bro. You ain't on yet. You need 3 more years. You be on.
Nah, if a
hey
girl call me Onk, that's probably that's 20. Like if she over 20, what? Motherfucker call me. Oh, that's tough. Now that's tough.
Nah,
That's when you
that's
know you ain't in the game. You there?
I don't know.
No,
You
y'all
ain't in the
must not have
game.
heard my or saw my
Compared to
breakdown in the chat
right.
the other day about the ages and when you grown and all of that stuff. When you breaking down how I look at life as far as the different stages, from 18, well, up until the age of 28, in my opinion, you still a kid. You ain't really did shit yet. From that
No,
29 to that 39, you semi grown, but life really begins and you really know what the fuck you doing at 40.
for real.
For real.
yeah, she about right. She about right. That sound about it right.
I gotta wait till I get there. That's crazy.
Like 40, that's when you really like everything just really kind of snaps into perspective. For most people I know. I'm
If
not the
I'm
only
40,
person
see,
who I've said
I
that.
think old. One of them niggas who think I've been like in my mind, I'm about 60. Like I've been conscious since a kid. So
Chanel act like she
I've
ain't
been
from
thought
the hood.
about life. So
Chanel
life
from
been
the
slow
hood,
like to me.
nigga. You know what I'm
So
saying? Chanel from the
it's
hood.
slow to me because I've been like conscious of this shit. But man, for real though, bro. Like damn, bro. Like 40 though, my mind gonna be thinking about what I leave, motherfuckers. What I
Look,
leave, motherfuckers. Like in my mind different.
absolutely. What did I do wrong?
But I've been like
Nigga,
not self.
listen,
I've been got out
I'm
that selfish shit
43.
thinking about others though.
Nigga,
That's the mindset that's when you mature. I say when you think about others. Like
Well, I mean, I've always been mature though. I've always been told since I was a little kid that I had an old soul. But even for me, it was like life just snapped at 40. You just get a different perspective on shit. Your priorities change. What you once thought was important, you realize don't matter worth the shit no more. It's a shift in your mental, your
Right, you
physical, your
old ass
spiritual.
start
It's just a
thinking, yeah,
shift.
not old, but you start thinking about what the fuck, like eating healthy, all type of shit. I gotta drink
Yeah,
some
like
green
like I
shit,
said, it's just
also
a
all type
shift
of shit.
in everything. Like everything just shifts, and it's a good shift. But yeah, priorities. Everything just changes. Um, and it was for me very beneficial. I left a lot of toxic friendships and shit behind because it wasn't serving me no
Hey,
benefit.
that shit crazy. Cause think about 10 years later, then from 40, it's gonna be 50-year-olds trying to explain what green is and everything.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like this shit is, nigga. We behind. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I don't know about y'all. I'm trying to make me another baby. I'm with
God
the
damn.
Man, you about to be a damn granddaddy if you don't sit your old ass down somewhere
Yeah,
and let your son and your daughter handle that shit.
I've been granddaddy in about 3-4 more months. About 3 more
Don't
months.
have your damn grandchild and older than your kid and they going to school together talking about their cousins because your
Uh,
damn grandchild don't want to acknowledge that they auntie is
And
younger than them.
now
Don't do
our
that shit.
powers
no,
combine.
Marita want his last name to keep moving. That's all
Yeah,
Marita want.
yeah, you
Yeah,
got it. You got it.
yeah, I got it.
You got it.
That's all the nigga want. I
Yeah,
get that. I got two grandchildren. I keep
That's
telling
his
my kid every day,
motivation, you
nigga.
there when he had them
I need a
babies.
boy, nigga. I
yeah.
need a fucking
That shit
boy.
keep me straight. You know what I'm saying? That
Yeah,
shit
yeah,
keep
yeah.
Keep
you
You
know
him
want that
young, you
name?
there.
You want that
it
name? You
keep
want
yeah
that last
it
name to
keep
keep
me
moving?
doing the right thing.
Like he it's like a brand new car. He think about it like a car.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
Now
yeah,
some
You
niggas
want
need
that
that upgraded car.
Yeah.
I
yeah,
feel like I'm alive again. Look at
yeah,
Yeah,
that.
nigga. That's
yeah,
crazy. The
Look
nigga,
alive,
if
look alive,
I get
look
killed, nigga, it
alive.
is what it is, nigga. I don't give a fuck. I know my name keep rolling, and I ain't got that. I got two granddaughters,
He
and
want
these
he
motherfuckers.
want to keep playing football and throwing the football and shit.
yeah,
He want to do that
yeah.
again.
Yeah,
I just want to see a
nigga,
new version of me every time. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Like what this
Absolutely,
one do? What this one do? This one here act
absolutely.
different. You know what I mean?
See, no, no. The
So you have a
grandkids are the
baby
new
right now. Oh,
version.
they upgraded now, nigga. These niggas, yeah, they smart too right now. So you can have a
Oh,
gene
nigga,
right
yeah,
now.
niggas picking and choosing, nigga. I'm gonna have a baby by her, her. You know what I'm saying? Niggas is picking and choosing. It's like it's just for the long haul. Like niggas understand they want longevity and they want their name to continue to go on for forever. Yeah, that's it.
I like raising kids too, though. That should be fun. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, it's gonna hit different. Your ass done got old now. You ain't a goddamn kid raising kids no more.
Who
Man,
that?
I got more patience.
Somebody in the chat say they 42, feel like they 20. Go try the dongle ball. Yeah, go try to run us up. But you feel like you
For
20
I'm
and
real.
see if
40.
your
Who
knees,
said
them
that?
43,
knees,
Oh,
nigga.
see
Mr.
if them
Magoo.
fucking knees don't
Shit.
hurt at the
I
end of them
promise
bunions
you.
don't hurt at the end of the day.
Oh God.
Yeah, man.
Now, I will
Fucking
say
dogs gonna
this
be
though.
balking. You
Wait,
there?
who is that talking?
That was Mr. Magoo in the chat. I will say this. I do not feel like mentally 43, if you know what I mean.
Mm,
Um,
I do.
you get what I'm saying, right? I know
Yeah.
I'm 43. I
Mm.
am mature in my thoughts and I have evolved and became a better person than I was in my 20s, but it just don't kind of click in my head mentally that I'm that old, if you get what I
Oh,
mean.
okay, cool.
But
That
No,
ain't
no, no,
funny
no.
but
though,
Wait, wait,
but
wait, wait,
but
wait,
I'm
wait,
sorry.
god damn
wait,
it,
wait, wait,
my
wait,
knees my
wait, wait,
knees let me
wait,
know I am. My
wait.
back let me know I am.
No, she
Trust.
keep she
No,
keep
when I was young, I
repeating.
used to talk the old. I used to play
No,
like
nigga,
domino
you
with the
can't speak
old
on this.
niggas,
You
and like nigga,
35,
I'll be
nigga. You
playing
can't speak
domino
on
with a
this.
nigga one day, they'll be
You,
dead like in a
Correll,
week.
Correll. You can't
So
speak
like,
on it. You
I used to
35,
ask them
nigga.
like, I used to ask the
You
old
can't
people
speak
like,
on
you do
this.
you think about dying and shit,
No, you
huh?
can't speak on this. You can't speak on this, nigga. You 35.
Hey, I can still dunk a basketball though.
But
I'm
I,
6'4".
No,
huh?
okay, cool. That's cool.
I
No,
can
I
Yeah,
still
ain't
you
dunk.
say
might be
you
able to
can't
dunk a
Wait,
dunk a
wait, wait,
basketball,
wait,
basketball,
wait.
but
dog.
how
But
you feel the
I
next
wasn't
day?
saying that.
What she
I'm
was
saying,
saying is
I'm a
absolutely
pretty
correct, nigga.
I'm
athletic
saying
young
you
man.
ain't gonna feel like a 20-year-old after you
Yeah,
dunk them motherfuckers.
your body, nigga, your knees, your elbows, they gonna tell you
Man,
you ready to
Right.
go
I don't give a
tomorrow.
damn how good you are in physical
I don't
condition
give a
unless
fuck.
you are in like peak Michael Jordan condition in your goddamn
That ain't
40s
happening.
when you
Even
do
Michael
some
Jordan
shit
42,
physically.
he hurting after the
No,
game.
Right.
but
That he
when I
played.
say peak condition, I mean if you are 43 and you are at Jordan at his peak when he was at 20, 21, 22, that's what
Right.
I'm talking about.
I'm gonna
Even then, you still gonna feel that shit the next day. I don't give a damn.
say
You
this. I'm gonna say this.
Only LeBron, if you got LeBron genetics. Other than that,
I was just gonna
nah.
say, I don't know. I don't know. Like I'm saying, my family, we live pretty old. But I'm gonna say this, bro. I do physical work. Like I have a physical job. Like, and I was going to the gym every other day up until I came to Florida. That was like 4 5 months ago. I can run. I can do all that shit. Like I'm telling you, like I don't
Yeah,
never.
you one of them four. You one of them old niggas still think you yo.
I
Ain't
mean,
nothing wrong with it. I fuck with that. I want you to think like that, dog. But I don't care what the fuck you say. Older you get, nigga, it is the worse
yeah,
it get, nigga. I don't
yeah.
give a fuck. It'll never be the same, nigga.
I feel you. It ain't gonna be back the
Them
same. But
old people be thinking they can get younger, dog. All right, motherfucker. You can get plastic surgery, all that. All right, but
so,
your
so,
nigga, your body go deteriorate, bro. This motherfucker.
What you trying to say? Some shit be hurting on your body when you come home sometimes?
My knees be popping a little, like pause, like sometime when I'm like, what the fuck? What is this?
Audio.
Yeah, you hear me?
Yeah, so what you saying? You be feeling sometimes your body be hurt when you come home?
Nigga, when I come home, I take a nap. I take an old nigga nap. What the fuck are you talking about, nigga? I need 2 hours, take the nap, then I get up and do what I gotta do around the house. And I'm chilling with my dog, and baby come home at 7. Nigga, what the fuck you talking about, nigga? Yes, nigga. You're gonna feel that. You act like you ain't feeling it, nigga. You just laying down, nigga, whatever. But in a minute, you gonna feel like,
I
God damn,
promise you.
I ain't this
Son, I
is
don't
no
take
cap.
naps, dog. I don't know why my body don't
You ain't
take
got
naps.
there
You're
yet.
30, you're
You
thinking
ain't
you're
got there
30
yet, bro.
fucking
No,
no,
dog.
you're
I know
34.
people take naps young.
No, you
Like if you
34
if
though, right? You 34 or
It'll
35.
come. It'll
Nigga,
come.
so
I'm
it'll
40,
come
I'm
though. I can't see me
43 and
like I'm one of them niggas when I'm up. You dig?
no, nigga, whatever you do, maybe whatever you doing,
There's
good
nothing I can
enough.
do
I ain't
to
doing
go to
shit.
sleep.
Nigga, I might take I'll take a shot.
I'm
If I
saying
take
audio.
if I take a
I'm saying I
huh?
could run a mile right now. Like I'm
Okay,
saying.
cool. That's so great. I'm happy for you. Nigga, you are not gonna run that
Hey,
mile, nigga.
Floyd
Somebody gonna
Mayweather can
run it.
run a mile too. That don't
You
mean
ain't
he
running
gonna
for a
fight with the
marathon to
Crawford
be
and them, dog. He
cracking
gonna get
nigga.
his ass fucked up.
Nigga
I
said
feel
I
what
can
y'all
run a
saying.
That
mile.
shoulder
Okay,
roll ain't
guys.
gonna fucking work with them young lions. I don't give a fuck.
Man,
An old lion always get ran by them young two lions coming for the old
if
lion.
you don't know
I
that,
feel you.
nigga,
I feel
And
you.
they coming,
my
they about to
nigga,
take
nigga,
over that
your
pride, nigga. You
son,
feel sorry for that old nigga. He hold it down for
I
all them
feel
fucking
your
you.
years.
son, your son got the wave. If you see him in action, he probably that nigga. That you'll look at him and say, nigga, that's how I
Yeah,
want to
yeah,
be.
yeah, yeah. He
Nigga,
definitely.
but right now,
Take old
your
lion gotta live
mind,
through your
what's going
children,
on is
that.
what's going on is you on YouTube and you talking and you think that your mind is what it is, but Mike, we ain't supposed to be fighting, nigga. We supposed to be helping young niggas. We ain't supposed to even think about no shit like
I
that.
got about a good 2.5, 3 minutes of fight in me.
3 minutes?
Yeah, about
That's good. Yeah,
Nigga,
you Gucci.
no, nigga. 3
You
minutes,
Gucci. You whooping an average
nigga,
nigga
is
ass.
30
No,
That nigga got a
30
good
seconds.
30 seconds.
We
Correct.
talking about street fight?
Yeah, yeah. Cause what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna grab
Oh,
it. I'm gonna grab
no. A street fight is 15 seconds
my
less.
15.
The fuck is you talking about, Mike? Like when you didn't go
Shit, I was shit like
train
30 in New
and put the
Orleans, sucker.
good
We
remember the
like to
glove?
move around and shit.
You
Come on,
must have
nigga, what's
run
that?
like
We like to
like
step niggas
stop.
down and
Nigga,
all
I ain't
that
gonna I ain't
crazy
gonna
ass
let
shit.
you
That's a
I'm not
long
finna
time.
let you
30
get that
minutes,
off.
boy. God damn.
I ain't finna let you
Yeah,
get that
I
off.
Not
ain't
30
never
minutes,
fought that
30
long.
seconds. Who said
30
30
seconds.
minutes?
Oh, 30
You
seconds.
did.
Oh,
Yeah, nigga.
My fault. Fuck no, I ain't in jail. Who the fuck? I ain't no
Nigga,
boxer.
we talking about 30 seconds, nigga. A real grown man fight, 30 seconds.
My
You ain't
longest
never heard
fights is
about it?
boxing. Like, besides boxing, is jail fights.
yeah.
You know.
Yeah, but in jail you working out. If you connected, you working out. So of course you're gonna get your shit off. But nigga, on the street, and you old and and if I asked you the last time you had a fight, you'd be like,
Man, the last
Right.
time I
nigga,
had a
so
fight, I fucked that nigga up.
hold on, man,
Look, I
We
fucked that
do.
nigga up, but it felt like the wind was pushing my punch back a little bit. Like, you there?
Yeah, but
It felt like like the
okay,
wind was
but
pushing my shit a little. Like, I ain't never felt that. I used to just be like, I'm swinging through, you there? I'm trying to swing through shit,
because
you
you an
there?
old nigga, you an old 35-year-old nigga.
But nigga, I
Mike.
still fucked them up, but I'm like, man, this nigga was pushing my shit back. Like
So
damn.
so 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 think about me. I'm 43. Thinking about Mike, he 41 or 42. Nigga, you
Yeah,
ever
you're
think
old
about
ass clumsy now.
yeah, nigga, like
You gonna get hit with an ugly punch come from nowhere. Nigga
some
gonna
stupid dumbass punch that hit a nigga
when
in
a
the face.
nigga duck their head and punch you, one of them stupid ass punches. Like,
But
damn, that
listen,
nigga hit me with that dumb ass shit.
We
but
gonna
see,
let this
I got shit in my arsenal. See, I'm long. I keep telling y'all, I'm very long.
right.
I'm very long, man. I would grab
Yeah,
you.
you tall, you different. You one of them
Yeah,
niggas. You
all
could
that,
you
but
can beat up
Gorilla.
about four
it
white
take
people on the strip.
gorilla.
You
second
could.
to get your ass slapped, nigga.
Bro, listen, let me tell you what I'm gonna do. Bro, listen, no,
It's
no.
gonna take 3 young lions to fuck you up.
I'm
Tie
not
your
getting
old
beat by
ass
three,
up.
Like,
by three 12-year-olds can get me. By three
And you like to
12-year-olds.
probably wear slides. You one of them tall niggas like to wear slides and shit.
Yeah. But
So
listen,
they gonna catch your ass. You
listen, brother.
there?
yeah,
See,
nigga
it's
gonna
levels
dope
to this
you,
shit. See, what I'm
hit
gonna
you
do
from
is,
the back.
if I can't beat you with the hands, I'm gonna grab you. When I grab you, I'm gonna bite you.
But
When I
what if a
bite you,
nigga hit you? What if a
listen,
nigga
I'm gonna
dope for
throw my
you and
goddamn
hit you
arm.
from the
God
back,
damn.
Mike?
Don't let
Like,
me
come
get my
on,
arms
bro.
around your neck. Ooh, I'm going to sleep. I'm gonna
He
wrap
done
you
thought
around my
This
about
neck.
it.
nigga
This
bite. This
nigga thought
nigga
about
tasting
it.
flesh and shit.
No,
Paul.
Yeah.
no, wait,
Nigga
wait, wait,
wild.
Cut your eyes out. It's a couple
wait,
things.
wait, wait. That reminds me of my cousin. He said, now he a little nigga. He's about
Oh,
maybe
shit.
5'10", but he weighed like 110, soaking wet with 2 bricks in his back pocket. He a little nigga. He said that if he losing in a fight, he will literally drop down on one knee and punch the motherfucker in their kneecap
Yeah.
because that's some of the most unexpected shit you can
Ain't
do in a
no
fight.
rules.
I
Ain't no
might
rules.
kick you in your knee
That
first.
ain't unexpected, man. My feet work too. My
That's what I'm trying to
normal
tell you. Hey, correct.
my normal reflex gonna kick the fuck out even if I ain't trying. I try to kick. I kicked that nigga for the first time on the ground, you hear? Because he was tripping. I'll probably tell this story another time. It's a footwork still, but I kicked that nigga, man, and I fucking broke. It's like I broke my foot. I'm like, cause I never kicked it. And I ain't, I'm an honorable nigga. I let a nigga get up if I drop a nigga.
See me.
I'm
If I
one of them
know you,
stupid ass niggas
if
that
I
let
know
you get
you,
up. Cause
if
I be
I
want to
know
fuck you
you,
up again, but I'll let a nigga get. I ain't with all that. Cause when you overdo it, nigga kill you.
yeah, you right.
So sometimes I kicked that nigga. I kicked that nigga for the first time. Nigga, I hurt my foot. Nigga, I was limping. I was like, man, that's why I shit don't kick no niggas, man.
Yeah, that's the part about
Like
fighting.
that shit ain't what I thought it would have been, man.
That's the part about fighting what we forget about. You ever hit somebody and hurt your own damn hand? Sprung your
Yeah,
own
I
damn
broke
hand.
my hand. I
Man.
fought a tall ass nigga like you. And it's funny, dog. It's so funny. I met the nigga on a party line. We were arguing on a party line. We met up. That nigga really, I thought he wasn't gonna come. That nigga really was there.
That nigga said the party
You
line.
know how YouTube people meet up? It was
That's
the
why you
party
told me
line,
nigga
though. But
the
so,
party nigga the
and we
party
both in
line.
New
That
Orleans.
shit
I
be
know I'm
bad.
about that shit.
Yeah, that
So I
that
went
be
out there.
bad.
I'm like, man, I ain't know this nigga was tall. This nigga was he was a basketball player. So the nigga in shape and everything. It's not. I'm fine. You know? So bad. Like I get that it's a word the opponent. You know?
The party line. That nigga took me back. Go ahead. Go
Man,
ahead,
so
nigga.
bam, man. We fighting. That nigga hit me with them long ass punching. I'm trying to get in because he tall that bitch shit. So bam. I'm like, damn, nigga getting and people came to fight, seeing it shit too. So yeah, they
Audio,
bam. He was getting me a little while. I got it, but when I got in when I got him and hit him with them, you there?
hey, audio, you seen that picture I posted of me on the community wall
Well, when he was on the beach.
on the roof?
No, I didn't see that
But
one.
Chad, I broke my hand, son. That nigga still was trying to come and fight me.
That show you how tall I am. I'm telling you, I'm taller than the motherfucker now.
I can tell you tall, son. Nigga in a beach chair looking like a little dinosaur on that
You
bitch, a
see
little
the
rapper.
knees,
Yeah,
the
he
knees.
look
You
like
see my knees? Them bitches come from fighting, boy. I'm telling you.
that
Nigga a bit like a little raptor, you heard?
a rap.
When I get old,
That
I'm
nigga had
gonna
that
have
little
like
bitty
I'm gonna have
ass,
like a little hunch in my back. Like you ever see like
Yeah, nigga the old raptor. Nigga with Vince Carter, nigga, yeah.
nigga
how
had that
Shaq
little
be
bitty ass
walking?
wash rag on his head. I said, that
Yeah,
nigga
nigga.
a fucking animal.
You stupid audio crack.
for
Man,
real.
look at this nigga.
That's why I want to have some more kids though, dog. Cause my son, he's
He had
short
the
like his
African
mama.
flip flops on. I said, look at this nigga. This nigga's a whole African.
Yeah, I'm telling you. I'm telling you. I try to tell y'all.
Wait, wait, you talking about the
You know
picture
I
on the
think of the
beach, right?
craziest shit, dog.
Yeah,
You talking about the picture on the beach, right?
yeah.
That nigga real
Okay.
loud. It's real loud coming out.
Nah, I ain't even gonna say what I was gonna
rag.
say. I ain't gonna hurt your feelings like that. Okay.
Man, my
Brought that
feelings
little
gonna be
wash
hurt.
rag
I'm
from
a
home.
iron.
That was a wash rag he brought on the plane.
No. I got that one from the mall. I got that
No.
from the mall.
Okay. But I know what you did bring on the plane with you.
You're crazy.
Little baby wash rag. I said, hey, you brought that for you put that in there. You was like, I ain't using nobody wash rags. I'm using my own. I said, respect.
Nah, man, I bought that from the mall because it was and it was hot as fuck out there.
Nah, nigga, that little baby wash rag on your little raptor head.
You stupid.
That bitch crazy.
You
That
are
wasn't no towel.
stupid.
Yo, you fucking dumb.
You started looking like it was a towel.
Y'all are ignorant as hell.
This nigga Artie, you're making my real laugh. Come on.
Y'all
He
are
wildin'.
ignorant.
African flip flops on. I said,
But no, my
This
thing
nigga all
is
African.
what's going on with your knees, my dog?
I keep trying to tell y'all I'm from the
Oh
hood.
man, no,
Like,
I'm from the
knee.
hood.
No,
A tall
I've
nigga
had
like that, he
That
gotta
nigga
fold his
said
legs
baby
up. He gotta
I've had
fold them
scraped
bitches
up
up
knees
when he
my
gets
whole life.
in the car.
Yeah, y'all.
Your knees are a totally different color from the rest of your body. Like, what the hell?
Listen,
Yeah,
I keep trying to tell y'all, listen, how was it listening? Remember I told y'all about the people in my family, how we built the women
So
y'all?
all y'all knees looking like that?
Nigga like he walking on stilts.
No,
Oh
not
shit.
like he
nigga
walking on
all
stilts. It
fours
looked like
with
he
them
been
knees.
crawling through this damn. He been crawling his whole life
I'm trying to
on
tell you,
all fours.
my family full of
Them
females.
is the roughest
My
knees
head
I've
hurt
ever
him done.
seen in my
Listen.
goddamn life.
Wait till you see my elbows. I'm talking about look like I could just break bricks with them bitches. I'm telling you. That's why I keep trying to tell y'all I'm rough. Y'all talking about, oh, you can't fight. Shit, me. I'm telling you. I'm like an old rusty nail. You know what I'm talking about? You fuck with you. If you want to fight me, you might need a
I
tetanus
feel
shot.
like they was just beating your knees with
I'm
something.
telling you.
They was beating the shit out.
Now you not listen. That's why I keep trying to explain to y'all. Y'all be talking. Y'all thinking like I'm a regular person. No, this shit like we like one step away from being like the missing link in my family. I keep trying to tell y'all.
Yeah, because you got them all my life. I had to fight knees for
I'm
sure.
trying to tell you. Shit. You gotta see some of my family members. I keep trying to tell y'all. Listen. Now, can you remember? Listen.
I'm just trying to make it.
Listen. Now, can you imagine some of the women?
Beach, though. I'm on the beach.
Listen, I will put some of my pictures. I won't put my people's pictures out there right there because I don't want y'all to talk about them. But I'm telling you, all my people look like that too. I'm trying to tell you. Remember, I told you women have like little hair on their chin and hair on their chest. I told y'all like y'all think this shit a game. I'm telling you.
Nothing. I fuck that. I can understand the chin, the chest. Shit.
Yeah, I get that. I got somebody that can hear.
I'm telling you. Listen, I'm gonna tell you another thing too. My arms. Listen, my arms, they don't go straight out. Like my elbows, they stay bent. Like you get what I'm saying? Like if I hold my arm all the way out, them bitches stay bent. Like I'm telling you. Like,
oh wow.
I'm telling you.
Oh, I'm fucking crying like real tears.
Nigga got the wingspan of Slender Man.
I'm telling you.
Nigga got the wingspan of a pterodactyl, you hear?
Look, my homeboy, you know what he called
like
me?
his elbows though.
Oh shit.
Your knees is black
I
as
keep
your
trying to tell you. Listen, my
Oh
homeboy,
God.
you know, my homeboy called me. He called me Batty Wayne.
You a working nigga though, dog. I respect
He
it.
said, "What's up, Batty Wayne?" I'm telling you.
Oh God.
All right, y'all ain't seen shit.
Oh
Y'all gotta
shit.
see my family.
I
Y'all be
gotta
like,
be
"Oh
at
yeah, I
work
see
in the
where you get it
morning, bro. I
from."
don't give a
Yeah,
Too
you gonna
early
have
for
to
this. This nigga wild.
you got to
yeah,
scrub
dog.
them bitches, man. You can get rid of some of
No,
that shit.
that shit
I
ain't
feel
no,
like
that
you a
shit ain't
stripper.
coming off.
Like, was you stripping, nigga? Look like only strippers got black
What
titties.
age you was when you got your waistband, son? I mean, not waistband. What the fuck I'm talking about? Your
Oh
growth
shit, y'all
spurt.
got me snorting.
When you had
Like
your growth spurt, son.
the seventh grade,
Oh,
like the seventh
Oh,
grade.
oh
Like
It was
seventh.
like
God.
over
you be
summer type
black
shit.
in a
Yeah,
bitch.
over summer.
Oh, oh
You
God.
be
I'm like
up, bro.
literally crying. I gotta get
Yeah,
some damn where my
All them
Kleenex
tall
at?
niggas that had that growth spurt.
I'm
Like,
telling you.
Yeah.
I'm telling
Is
you.
that where
But
the black
listen,
come
hold
in?
on. That's why I want to have some more kids though, because you got to think I'm tall as fuck with them genetics, so I can fuck around and get a football
nigga, that's
frame.
more money you gotta pay for clothes. Nigga, think about all the size of clothes
You gotta go to the
you
biggest
gotta give
hospital.
away and shoes, nigga.
Oh, that's another thing. Clothes don't just fit me.
No,
Like
what
I can't
size shoe
just
you wear? What
listen.
Like
size
I
you
can't.
gonna need like diving
No,
board type shoes.
hold on. What
Look,
Long
size shoe
ass.
you wear?
I wear 14.
Yeah.
I'm a 12. I'm 12.
I wear 14. 14.
Surfboard. Like a surfboard, huh?
14.
Yeah,
Yeah, I wear
dog.
14s. I told you.
Oh,
I'm
shit,
telling you.
hilarious.
I'm taller than a motherfucker, man.
Yeah, it's hard to find
I'm telling you.
like the shoes you really want.
Yeah, toes too.
You gotta
Like,
order every
listen,
single
if I,
one of your bitches.
most of the
You
like I
gotta
have to get
order
my
all the
pants.
clothes.
That nigga gotta wear orthopedic shoes.
I'm telling you. Yeah, shit be real. It be real. And why y'all talking about the flip flop?
The
Them
big
was
soul.
hey, when you
No,
talking
not
about
the
the flip
big
flop,
soul.
them was Gucci, them was Gucci shoes I had on now. Them Gucci's now.
Oh,
Them
I saw them
$300.
Gucci. I saw them bitches.
What?
You got the Gucci slide. I know you're a Gucci for that.
Yeah, them Gucci slides now.
Yeah, we seen
I
you
got
on the
a
beach,
little
nigga.
Nigga stole them bitches out of Shaq house for sure.
Mark, Mark. Y'all niggas calm down. Bro. Y'all calm down, dog.
You calm down. You over there
Yeah,
dying
nigga,
laughing.
we having fun, bro. Like,
Yeah.
we locked in.
No, he died laughing.
Oh no, that shit
That
don't
nigga
bother me.
laughed so hard he'll make you want to fight him.
Oh
Like,
no, listen, bro.
damn, dog, is that funny?
Listen, bro. Listen, that shit don't bother me, bro. Listen, I do all we do this
For
all
real.
day.
I
My
ain't talking about you. I'm just saying, some niggas like
Oh
they
God,
get mad when other people laugh. They ain't tripping
nigga.
about the nigga saying it's the
Nah,
other people laughing.
hey, look,
he
my
ain't like
homeboy.
that though.
Listen, my homeboy used to call me my best friend. That niggas call me Ellie Gunte, the Ugandan giant. You know, somebody be like, "What's up, Gunte?" I'm telling you, bitch. I'm telling you. I
Yeah,
be
nigga. But what kind of shoes you had on back
them
then?
was Gucci's. You must ain't see them. Them Gucci's, baby.
I need to see him though.
Them Gucci slides. You can see them. I got them same slides on in both of the pictures.
Oh God.
Yeah, them was Gucci's there, baby. Them 14. Them bitches big as fuck.
Niggas don't want you to know that design, nigga. There. Niggas be
I
want
seen
to show their
that.
belt.
I
Them
seen that.
niggas will wear a small ass shirt just to show their belt.
Hey man,
Nigga on
you
the
guys
belly
know.
shit.
Nigga on a belly shirt just to show his belt. Yeah, you see that motherfucker. Yeah.
Shit.
He's showing their accessories. Shit,
I
yeah.
told you. Hey, listen, but I tried to warn y'all though. Y'all talking
Big
about.
bracelets, nigga.
I tried to warn y'all. Y'all talking about
All
when
that.
I was telling y'all about my
You
sister.
know, I hate them old ring ass nigga. Nigga putting on all them rings, stupid ass. Ain't win no Super Bowl, nothing.
For real, with them little
Like,
ass rings all on their fingers. I ain't no real ring type of dude. I was more like bracelets and
I ain't never
earrings.
wore no ring.
Yeah, I ain't really no ring type of dude. I like bracelets and
That's little
earrings.
baby in them niggas. Like,
Yeah.
when you a ring type nigga, you different. You like, you want to be seen for real.
Yeah,
I'm about to put on all my rings tonight. Looking
I
at.
got a cousin. He got
depends on
like
what ring.
10,
It
10
depends
little
on
bit
what.
ass rings on all his fingers.
It depends on what ring you got the finger on. I mean, the finger you got the ring on. You be like, if a nigga got it on the pointer
Like a
ring,
nigga like
I
Lil
don't trust
Baby, probably a ring type. Lil Baby, I know he ain't got no respect right now, but
Yeah.
yeah,
for
but he
sure.
got
Like,
rings though, nigga. Go check him out. Yeah, I don't lie to you, nigga.
Hey, bro, we got a nigga in the back chat wilding y'all. Y'all see this shit?
Yeah, you see, I'm trying to address him, and I was trying to like see what angle he was coming from. Because I was going to advocate for him to be like, hey, Marita, go ahead and talk and see what he wanted. Let them speak, see if he wanted to be argumentative or, if you're going to talk, but you have some sense or whatever. But from your last reply, I see, nah, you don't have much sense.
What did he say?
You
Oh,
know,
okay, I'm
you
gonna read
you
it.
you can go back there and read it.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to, I'm always trying to be the diplomatic one when it comes to this shit like this. I try to be diplomatic before I go off. I always do.
Chanel, you the realest. You ain't got to say all that. You know what I'm saying? You the
Right, we
realest.
know you ain't biased. You give people the benefit of the
Yeah,
doubt. I ain't gonna
yeah,
lie. Even when you gave that nigga that said that crazy shit, like
yeah.
that's when I know, like, yeah,
So what I'm
you
saying
give
is,
people, you let
Chanel,
people
is
get their shit off.
do that behind the scenes so that people don't attack you. You know what I'm saying? Like we don't want nobody to
Rita
attack
boy
you.
got niggas big brothers and shit trying to talk to him.
You
Yeah,
know
Well,
what
so
I'm
no,
saying?
he don't
yeah,
want to talk to Marita. He want to talk to you, Karel.
Yeah,
Me
but
for what?
man,
Yeah,
fuck
Carell
that
don't
nigga,
give a
Red. I
fuck
got your
about
back.
none of
Nigga
that
clout
though.
chasing on
I
me.
don't, I don't
I ain't
know.
falling for that shit.
That's why I said
Yeah.
No,
fuck that nigga.
supposedly you said something to him, but I don't remember you saying anything to him.
Nigga trying to build his channel off me and make a beef
That's
segment
it,
with a
nigga.
nigga.
Ain't
Hell no.
nobody picking
Nuh-uh.
on him. He the one that's picking on us. He
I
the one that's
straight.
making videos about us, tagging me in videos every other day and shit.
We,
No,
we gonna take care of it. We'll take care of it. Snail, we gonna take care of it. Don't worry about it. Okay?
now I feel you.
All right.
Yeah, but I mean, just because he want to come up here and do all of that, I ain't got to let him do all of that shit, man. Fuck that nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like this, like you know what I mean? Like you know what I'm saying? Like I don't give a fuck what you get what I'm saying? Like nigga, this ain't your shit. You know, nigga, you ain't fuck with my people. We ain't do nothing wrong to that nigga, man. Now go ahead on. Y'all coming up here with the bullshit. Get on. Y'all ain't got nothing else better to do. You know what I'm saying?
Like that's crazy to me.
Yeah. All right. Yeah.
But at least
You
we
got
know
a
his
beef
real
with
age,
they
and I,
self. Some people got a beef with
well,
they self. Be wild.
Yeah, for real.
Chanel, you want us, nigga? We gonna make sure you good. Don't even worry about it. You know what
oh
I'm
no,
saying?
I'm just saying,
All right.
following up with what Marita said, that's
No,
all.
no,
I just said, because I
Marie, this is channel. So what we doing is supporting him and helping him. So whatever we got going on with some shit you need to know, like just do it on the back, and we get at it. Don't even worry about it. We here for
mm,
him. You
We
feel
all
me?
right. We all right. Everybody all right. I've been seeing the shit back there. I want for me. I wouldn't even tell Carell. I wasn't gonna say motherfucker that fuck that nigga. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we all right. Anyway, so we think Melly guilty. We think, but we don't think he gonna get the death penalty.
that's what I think.
Y'all know I feel away after listening to them text messages. I ain't gonna even cap. I've been wrestling with this shit for like 2 days now. I've been trying to figure it out myself because I feel like he was bullied. I do feel like that. If I listen to them text.
So, do you still feel like, or has it changed your opinion of whether the punishment should fit the crime? Should he be punished at all?
No, I feel like he should be punished. I mean, he did the shit. Like it's you took somebody's life. I mean, because me personally, I would have just cut the niggas off. Me personally, like if with what he got going on with the money and shit that he had and shit. Now I ain't gonna cap. Now if I was broke, I might have would have did so. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy to think like that, but I'm saying, but being at where he
Yeah,
at,
but Maria, you gotta explain how you explained to me. Like you felt like in the when we talked, you felt like he was you understood where he was coming from, though.
yeah, I do. I still do. I still
Okay,
do.
so explain that part.
Okay, so when I was bullied as a kid before, right? That's why I hate bullies. That's why I fuck a bully up even to this day. Like that, I hate to see that shit. Like I would make it, well, bitch, get into it with me. If I see you bullying somebody, I would make it my business for you to do me, to try to do me like that, so I can get on you in front of everybody. I hate that shit. But when you get bullied, if you feel like you trapped, if you feel like you know it's no escape. You get what I'm saying? And I actually fought back a couple times on my bully or whatever, whatever. But listening to him, what he was saying in them text messages, now it could have been some strategic shit. He could have just been saying that shit because he knew he planned on doing whatever he was doing and just leaving breadcrumbs and make people feel like he was bullied. But I reading the motherfucking text messages, it sounded like he was just fed up. It sounded like he just wanted it all to go away. He was like, man, y'all can have a house, y'all can have everything, man. I don't want that shit, man. I would never do nothing to y'all. I'm not no snake. He sounded like he was trying his hardest just to prove to them that it wasn't like, or prove to Sack Chaser that it wasn't how Sack Chaser saw it. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like he felt like, now was he really bullied? I mean, I feel like he felt that way from the text messages. Now, do I feel like he should face punishment for it? Yes, but it does change my perception of how I thought he was thinking about it. Like I first was thinking like this nigga just was a villain. Like he just was like, fuck these niggas. I want the money for myself, my precious. But when I read the text messages, it made me feel like he wouldn't have did it had he not felt the way he felt from what.
But still, though, they don't care about that. You kill somebody.
That's why I say
They
fuck.
don't care how with
Wait,
the
wait, wait,
feelings
Quell,
involved, dog. You
hold on,
kill
hold on,
somebody,
That's why I
Quell,
and
say
that's
that's
what
why.
you going
Quell,
for. You
Quell,
And
know?
at the end of the
Quell.
day, that's the same way I feel. I feel like
Hold on.
And he ain't
So
come out from the
wait,
beginning
Quell,
and use
Quell,
that,
Quell.
you know, huh?
Let me do because I asked the question. Let me ask him another question. So what I told you was like I didn't agree with that, right?
yeah,
So the reason why I didn't agree with that was because of what you kind of said. You were like, man, I'm not gonna do that. And like what I told you, I said, if that's my bros, and then I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna shoot him. I'm gonna leave
Stop.
because who said that? So
No,
so
I ain't telling you to stop. I thought I muted it. My fault. Thought
okay.
it dog.
So especially because the money is involved. So that's what I understand about the money, the 200,000, the selling of the YNW. It was something deeper than that. And then you felt like you went through what you went through, and I kind of understood where you was coming from though, because I didn't go through that. So a person that went through that, nigga, yeah, I'm a blame, but I ain't go through that. So once you uh, delivered it to me, I got it. So then it's just there's gonna be different aspects to situations. Like I could
I want
still
to tell my
feel
bullet story too, but do your thing.
okay,
After.
yeah, but I still feel the way I feel. But then I can understand where you coming from. You get what I'm saying? It's a difference between not going through what an individual went through, and they have a perspective, and me just saying my opinion or perspective. And then when you tell me that you did this is, then I'm saying, okay, I get it. You know what I'm saying? So like, it's always gonna be a debate. Like, this is the greatest place to
Maybe the
debate.
jury got bullet.
Yeah,
We'll be one of the jury that got bullet.
it's always gonna be a debate. But go ahead, Crow. Get your shit off.
I'm
We'll
saying,
one of the jury people got bullet.
I'm not saying he should not face no consequences. What I'm saying is, and he should. Okay, put it this way. Say if I would have killed my bully, my ass going to jail. Like that's just what it would have been. But what I'm saying is, if you pay attention to how everybody act, it fits. Now it fits. Why you think people is not really why people are still so pro Melly? The people I'm talking about, like his
He's the
friends.
artist. Remember, he's the artist.
No, no,
Yeah, yes, yes. If this was a regular individual, we wouldn't even be giving a fuck about this
I'm
nigga.
not talking about them people.
Okay,
I'm talking about the friends. I'm talking about people like Fredo Bang and people
okay.
like people who got money who
Well,
don't.
Fredo Bang is he's involved. So name me somebody that's not
No,
involved.
no. But
No, Mike. Name me somebody that's not involved that has done something in the case that made you feel uncomfortable.
No,
That's not involved.
what I'm saying is we looking at all these people like these people that's only riding for him because of his music or because he or monetary gain. What I'm saying is if you pay attention, if you listen to them text messages, it fits. It fits. Part of these people is riding for him because they feel like he was the victim.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
The only way that you would feel like he's the victim is if you went through something like that.
No, they would
Yes,
feel like
yes,
no,
because
no, no, no. They feel like he the
because
victim
I don't
because
get it, nigga. I ain't never been bullied, so I
well, but
don't give a
listen,
fuck,
okay,
nigga.
but
What you
listen,
talking about,
listen.
nigga? It
But
would
you
have
don't
been
have to be.
smoke.
I get it, but this, I get what you're saying. But what I'm saying is the reason why they feel like you don't have to be bullied if it's somebody that you love or care for that's going through it. You can feel for them. You can have empathy for them. And this is what I'm saying. That's why so many people, possibly why so many people is riding for him is because he done told them about the scenario or they done been around him and seen the scenario going down and they feel like, oh yeah, man, bro, we're getting tried, bro. That's what I'm trying to explain. That's
No,
why
no,
it's
no, no, no. You made that point. Like that's an obvious point. But what I'm saying is, nigga, to smoke a nigga like you knew you had to wave from the text messages. If I'm just a knowledgeable enough individual, I can look at the text messages and read them right, and I'm like, he could be putting the play in like nigga. He know where he about to go, where he about to go. Track probably told him. Whoever the label told him, he know where the fuck he going. He ain't tell them niggas that. That's why he playing possum. You get what I'm saying? Like,
so you think all of that shit is cap.
no. He telling them in a different young nigga way. Like, bruh, go ahead. I don't give a fuck about none of that. Nigga, you don't even he don't even know. Like if it was me and you don't even know what I got cracking. You could have that house. You could have them cars. You could, nigga, all that shit is uh, rented by track. The house is probably rented by track. Like you got to think about it. So he don't give a fuck.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? He don't give a fuck
Mm-hmm.
about none of that. He like take it. So he praying to God that they do that. And nigga, if you say yeah, then nigga you'll be out the house. The nigga said I can't even get in the gate. How I'm supposed to get in the gate? Like, come on, bro. Like, you gotta like think. This shit is them niggas
I
was
think for Joe Track ain't want him them niggas around him.
nigga. So look at the play. Is what I'm saying. Think, bro. Like you did your shit in the street. That's what you told us. I believe you because I know what you're saying. I know when you paint the picture. I know exactly what you're saying, right, Marie? So it's the same thing. Track came in. Is track police? I don't fucking know. I know for a fact that I'm the nigga with the footage. I mean, with the audio. First nigga, no cap. So I just said Officer Francois because that's what it said on the footage. Bam, we move on. She get ugly, but at the same time, bruh, you have to look at that, buddy. You gotta look at buddy. I don't give a fuck. Like that's the individual that is tapped in all the way around.
Okay, I get what you're saying, but break it down to me though. What is you saying you think happened? Do you think it was a play or do you think like tell me what you think is the
I think
reason.
both. I think both. I think he was in Melly. Yeah, telling you got to get a rid and dude was doing the same and dude bullying him. So it just like, it's obvious. Like I might as well get rid of these niggas, man. These niggas bullying me. Why keep them niggas around?
I can go for that, but I want to know what audio feel. Like tell me how how you feel.
Well,
But you saying it, but you ain't saying it. Like tell me what
yeah,
you
because
feel.
I mean that's me. If you know me, that's how I go. I get you to the point. I don't say it.
Yeah.
You're supposed to figure it out. So come on, bro. Like the common denominator is a certain individual.
Uh huh.
I'm not saying he's nothing.
Uh huh.
But this common denominator is here.
Right.
Like, I'm gonna say an individual came on your platform. Why the fuck would you do that? I'm not gonna say nothing else, right?
Uh-huh.
You gotta fucking open your eyes, bro, and listen and think. Like, some things happen for whatever reason. I don't know, nigga. YouTube is a bitch. It's
Uh-huh.
a beast, nigga. It'll swallow you up. You get fucked up. But if you stay
That was the
not,
show love. Shout out, dude, but that was the show love and check
no,
the
no,
temperature.
no, no, no. We don't. They don't know what I'm talking. Like that was just a. You get what
That
I'm
was the
saying?
show love and check the temperature.
Oh,
I
Yeah,
I know
thought
who you
about that
talking about,
too.
Audio Crash.
yeah. But I'm
I thought
saying
about
like
that too.
I didn't want to. I'm not trying to say it like that.
Yeah, but
Just trying
I
to.
get what you're saying.
All
I
right.
felt like that too.
Okay. So like, bruh, like without saying like, just think. Like shit. Why would I do? It's no reason I would do that. No way, nigga. My name been you dig? No. So I just look at the whole picture. I don't know what's going on, but I'm looking at this bit. I'm paying close fucking attention. You know what I'm saying? I'm not the nigga that'll be on no where we talking about some aluminum. You'll never hear
Oh,
me
you
say
in your spooky bag, boy. Do your thing
You
though.
in that bitch
you
too.
get
You
what
in
I'm
that
saying? I'm
motherfucker
just
though.
saying like that shit, you know.
Nigga catching
So
chills, Paul.
Yeah.
yeah,
I
so
thought about that
just
too though. I was like, damn, it was a temperature check. I thought that too.
you know what I'm saying? So when Marita said what he said, he was in the and then I just pulled him. I said,
Yeah.
okay, all right. Like I think different. I hear y'all and I hear it, but when
That's
it's the
just me,
same,
nigga. And nigga let you know you accurate, nigga. What you saying,
yeah.
too.
So
Why nigga gonna watch you?
so
If you
just
ain't saying no, if you saying some fake shit, crazy, outrageous shit, I don't think they gonna watch it. Keep
man,
like think about that too.
come on, man. Everybody's saying the same shit every day. You gotta be different, right? But so I
Mm-hmm.
think different. So I caught it. That we gotta watch shit like that, like, but we gotta respect it.
I call it, dude. Of
I
Yeah,
kind
course,
of caught it,
like
but I
respect it.
I'm from, I know how Louisiana people rock.
listen. I ain't
Respect
want
it,
to
nigga.
listen. I ain't want to say nothing, but I've been thinking about it for about 24 hours now.
You
I
gotta
pretty
respect it.
yeah.
You gotta respect it. So once you respect it, you move on, and then you think he ain't gonna never say nothing about to his partners or whatever. He probably had four or whatever. We move on. Another blogger said he fuck with him. It is what it is.
Uh-huh.
Mm.
But we move on, nigga. Like that. That was a good look. It was good that niggas didn't press him about no. How could you ask him about the case? And what question would you ask him? So for nobody to ask him about a question on the case, that was respect. So he might double back just because he could respect the platform. He said he watched it since the when you read the shit, the deposition on him. That was shit. How many months ago or a month or whatever, half ago. So
Mhm.
gotta respect it, bro. Like things like that happen when you putting in work. Nigga, you putting in 9, 8, 12. You putting in
Good
eight,
work,
7
dude.
hours. You putting in good work, nigga.
Yeah.
That you know what I'm saying? So respect to your shit, bro. Straight up. That's why niggas here, cause niggas
You
can
getting
come
that
in and tap in
quantity and quality at the
on
same
God.
Yeah.
time.
Yeah, that's all. That's all niggas look for is to be able to get on the platform and you nigga you consistent. You know what I'm saying? Trig consistent. He going through some shit, but he consistent though. That's why I fuck with him, cause he rock out. So niggas that rock out, you fuck with them. So man, you doing your shit, bro. Respect to you for
We
real.
doing
Yeah, I'm
our
giving
shit.
niggas that push. Gotta get niggas that push.
We
Yeah,
doing
He
our
already
shit.
got his own battery though. He don't need it,
yeah,
but
he
still though.
good.
But
For real, he
audio
good.
know behind the scenes. You know how this thing how we be rocking. Like you know what I mean. Like you know what I mean. He put me out there, but he be a big part of everything. You know that shit.
Yeah, but that it don't matter about that. I just like to see like I've been in your position
Yeah.
where I was fucked up and nigga I looked I hit niggas in the IG. I'm talking about every platform. I hear them saying it. I want to know what's going on, and they ain't fuck with me.
Right.
They ain't fuck with me. I got all the screenshots. They ain't fuck with me, that shit hurt my feelings as a man. I'm like, damn. I'm just trying to understand how y'all got to where y'all got. They ain't fuck with me. So like I felt like shit. I started to understand the game, and nigga, I just want to give it out. You know what I'm saying? Like the only like I work from 7 in the morning to 3:30 California time. Nigga, so like nigga, when you on and the case on, I'm at work from Sunday except Sunday and Monday. That's it. So I ain't like, but I want to be there and fuck with you, but shit, nigga, like I gotta go to bed, nigga.
Right. Right.
Mm-hmm.
Like this shit, like I'm talking about real life because I gotta pay my rent and shit type
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah. I feel you on
Yeah,
that.
like I fuck with you.
Yeah.
I think I'm there with you. You know what it is, but nigga,
Yeah.
like
We
nigga,
boys.
I gotta go to fuck to bed.
Yeah. Hey, look,
Straight up.
I just get lucky because of my job at nighttime, so it be kind of lucky, but be kind of, it worked out. But shit, I
That's
feel
how I
you.
fuck with Trigger Man. I used to work from 3 to 12.
Yeah.
So Trigger Man be on, be like 10 something, but like 10 something, I think I can go in the car on my break. You know what I'm saying? And that's how I started fucking with Trigger Man because then I was doing that. And that's how I started fucking with, uh, what's this shit called? Well, Whack on it. Krill, you know,
Hello.
Clubhouse. That's how I started fucking with Clubhouse when I was working from 3 to midnight. Because when get off on midnight, nigga, I'm up, wifey sleep. So I'm on Clubhouse, nigga, just popping my shit. But really, Carell was the nigga that brought me there. Like I said before, like he was like we was talking about some 100K track shit, or they was, and that's how I really got on Clubhouse, fucking with Carell. So you know what I'm saying? Like it's good to have people that you fuck with, allies, and people that like won't cross you,
Right.
regardless of what you're going through, bro. Like support you and shit like that. Because without that, nigga, we just motherfuckers that we subscribers.
Right.
Nigga, we really content creators, but we just waiting to, do our shit.
Right.
But why not fuck with other niggas? So when we do our shit, we got people that fuck with us. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
that's how I feel like.
I feel you, bro. I feel you.
Yeah, I don't want to fuck with everybody, bro. I don't give a fuck. I don't want no beef. I don't
Nah,
want.
we ain't got no beef.
No,
No,
I'm talking about in YouTube.
yeah, I know
You
that's
know
what I'm
what I'm
saying.
saying?
We
Nigga
good
don't want
right
no
now.
smoke, don't want no beef. Nigga just want to support motherfuckers.
Yeah. 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 We listen, bro. One thing about it, when we be putting our heads together, our shit be working. It be working. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We make it.
If you want to talk, career,
Huh?
Right over there
let's
fucking with
talk,
that
nigga.
dog.
What?
I mean, you been here from the beginning, so how you feel about the shit?
What?
What was going on, like about a motherfucking YouTuber? You was getting in your bag, then you stopped doing it. Why you do all that? Like the politics of YouTube.
Like what? Why I stop really driving? Why I stop fucking with it?
Yeah, yeah,
The buddy. I felt like I had to get the buddy right. I was spending a lot of time on it. That shit was fucking with my real bag, my real business.
yeah.
So that's what it was, dog. You feel what I'm saying? I get this shit a lot, but I made that shit clear with people. Like, man, like I don't think I'm gonna be on it for the long run.
Mm-hmm.
You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you know what I'm saying? But like, other shit came too, man. Shit. I was like, man, fuck that shit, man. You feel what I'm saying? And like, I just slowly start dropping slower on fucking live, dog. Fuck, man. Then I got comfortable with that shit, dog. I'm like, man, you know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
That's all there with me, man. But yeah, I'm gonna come back though. You know what I'm saying?
Look, when, nigga?
But I was chilling though. I was chilling, man. I was out this shit. I was living life and shit, man. But then bam, man, I started getting on track shit, man, and getting
Yeah.
back in the groove. You
That's
feel what I'm
all right.
saying? Then like, nigga ran across some like on track shit.
Yeah.
I'm a good judge of character, dog. You feel what I'm saying? So it's two other people on their channels out,
It
Yeah.
wasn't never.
I
It
be
wasn't.
on now. Like now, Marita boy on music.
Yeah.
So
When you
you
was
know,
not. When you was not on YouTube, did it? Was it? Did you have a feeling like, man, I got to get back to YouTube? Or you was just like, fuck it.
I was thinking about getting back for sure. And people would hit me up every day. Like, what's up? Cause they ain't used to that shit. They used to me every day, consistent.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nigga, I was consistent for like a year and a half every day, nigga. 9 hour lives and shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I gave this shit a lot. I ain't never know I was gonna get this shit that much time. But
What you get from it?
I fucked it with people, man. I enjoyed that shit.
But what you
It
get
was,
from it?
it was easy to me,
What you get from it?
huh?
I say, what you get from it? Giving all them
From
hours
what?
from YouTube, nigga. Doing 9 hours and all that, cause you quit. So what you get from it? What you thought you was getting from it?
I'm low. What you mean?
I'm saying, like you said, you was giving
I done
your
hit this
all.
weed, sir. Go ahead, dude. I
I'm
hear you.
saying, you get money. You get what did you receive back from YouTube?
Well, yeah, I got money. Yeah,
I mean,
fuck.
why you quit?
I still get money from this shit.
Yeah,
From old videos, you know what I'm saying? But,
yeah,
how to get more if I was consistent. I don't know, son.
yeah. That's what I'm asking. Like,
I
what
can't
was?
tell you, son. I don't know what's wrong with me.
Yeah, that's what
That's what it is. I don't know what's wrong with me, son.
I
I
feel
don't
you.
know if it's a block from this shit.
Yeah,
I don't know what it is right now. Like a block right now, but I don't know if I waited too long,
yeah,
too long a break.
yeah,
And I don't know. I don't really know if I want to go through that grind again.
yeah. That's tough, huh?
That shit was the grind to getting the algorithm and all that
Yeah,
shit, man.
nigga. Yeah,
You had to build that shit up, man. Like, your 300 in your live, live
that's dope.
views, even at the end, and like, niggas start dowsing on consistent and like, you
Yep,
know.
yep,
One time I had a 13,000 live, 9,000 live and shit. You feel what I'm saying?
yeah.
So you feel what I'm saying? Like that shit was feeling good on some shit, man. But a lot of people fold, man. Like I ran a lot of people away from me
But what would you
because
say?
because
Wait.
I don't take no shit,
What would you say to people that will say that we folded?
huh?
What would you say to the people that say that we was content creators, but we folded?
We folded.
Yeah, because we stopped. We quit.
I can't say I folded because like I never wanted it.
Okay.
It never was a goal
Yeah.
to me. And I told people that like I don't care about this shit. I don't care about social media. I don't care about being famous. If I
Yeah.
care about this shit, the camera be on, nigga, and I be all in this shit for real, nigga.
Absolutely.
Trust me. The camera be on all that.
Yeah.
Cameras, I would have invested in this shit. Cameras, all that shit, man. I know when I really want to do something, son.
When you get to the breaking point,
And
you
I
know.
never wanted this. I never wanted the fame type shit. Nigga, I didn't want them, I did, fucked it with people, man. I did that shit to, make people laugh and shit, man. Make people dig go back.
Yeah.
You there? Motivate. You feel what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah. Uh, I respect it. So I gotta get up and go to work
But
in the
people
morning.
don't respect that. They want you to be like everybody else.
Salute to everybody. I gotta go to work in the morning,
Salute to
man.
you, bro. I appreciate
Salute,
you, man.
audio.
All right.
I'm gonna end this live too because I'm getting sleepy my damn self.
I know I am.
Me too. Hey man, shout out to Audio Crack 22. That's my guy, man. Shout out to Corel, man. Y'all go subscribe to my boy channel, man. Shout out to Tanel Bowens. That's my girl. Shout out to Dream Dog, the Chicks 1000, aka the Chick 1K, Nephew for Real, Flyboy Mike 04, Unspoken Crime Mistress, aka Unspoken Crime Murders. My boy got 2 channels. Go subscribe to him. Shout out to Trigger Man. Tell him, goddamn me. I got that shit from Trigger Man. I like saying that shit. Shout out to
It's
E.
Ashley. It's Ashley.
Huh?
It's Ashley. That's her name, huh?
Oh,
On
it's
here.
still Ashley. Shout out to it's still Ashley, bitch.
Yeah.
Shout out to Siobhan Velez. I see you in the chat, Siobhan. Shout out to Deputy Eula. Shout out to Antisocial Poetry 2000. Who else I finna say? Shout out to Mr. Magoo. Who else? Who else? Who else? Shout out to Matto 757. Who else? Shout out to. Shout out to N411. Shout out to Eve. Who else? What the name? Evans. What's his name is?
Oh, Eban Fume.
Yeah, Eban Films.
Yeah.
Shout out Eban Films. Who else? Who else? Shout out Brazy Capo. Shout out to Cord, Canada's only real deal. Appreciate you for stopping in. For real, come back, man. For real, fucks with you.
Man, you already know, man. Nigga,
Yeah,
I'm consistent, nigga.
yeah.
But
But,
you already know, man. Keep grinding, man. No, man. All y'all, man. Stay blessed, man. In the chat, the panel, man. For real.
you,
All the
You too,
mods,
Corel.
man. We can't do, we can't do it without the mods, man.
for real, man.
Y'all
For
put
real.
in a lot of work, man. For real,
For real.
And I
though.
know they be thinking I be overly doing it in the chat sometime, but I just be trying to keep the trolls away
Yeah,
and make sure everybody be comfortable.
they gonna get worse too. They gonna get worse. It's
I know.
gonna be an ongoing
And
thing.
y'all keep people engaged, man. The bigger you get, the more crazy people gonna come with it.
I'm telling you. But
Like that nigga live gonna be going fast as a motherfucker watching the future.
Yeah, we're gonna have to slow
It's
them
gonna be
down.
so
Watch.
many. So get happy with how it is. Like enjoy this shit right there. How it
yeah,
is.
yeah. Hey, but
Salute.
I'm probably gonna go live a little later on today because I'm sleepy, boy. Shit.
Yep. Y'all have a
Yeah,
good
man.
morning now here.
And then
The rest, man.
we don't got no trial today either, so shit.
Yeah. I'm gonna be ready to sleep good and long. Watch.
Me too, man. All right, y'all, man. I appreciate all y'all, man.
All right.
All
See y'all later.
Good night. See y'all
right.
later.